Good evening, one and all. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's time we jump into some more good old Warframe. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well where you are around the world. I still have a little bit of it in my throat, but that just happens, doesn't it? Ah, this damn illness. I'm over it. I'm fine. I'm fully fine. My housemate is no longer fine, so oops. Sorry. But I just have to Andrew445 with the 30-month resub. That's a big 30 right there. Thank you very much for continuing support here on the channel. Much appreciated. Cheers indeed. Are we always playing tennis with the illness? We're not playing tennis with the illness, no. It's just, it seems that as I've come around, they have now taken their time to fall. Just unfortunate. Should start off the stream with Reb's Czar Challenge. What is Reb's Czar Challenge? I don't follow everything that Reb puts out because, well, I've got other things to do, so I have no idea what this is. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to mute up a second. Cough that out properly.
Midterms are going hard. Hope I
Much
won't
better.
see any analytic geometry in here today.
I don't imagine we should have much in the way of analytic geometry in here today. Absolutely not, Chessbob. Thank you very much for dropping your prime over here. Up onto 16 months. Cheers for that, Chessbob. Reb challenged Tenno on Dev Shorts, making the slowest Zara reload. 10-second reload time Zara. I mean, is that really a challenge? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge, to be honest. The Zara starts on, what, 4.8 seconds? That's supposed to be a challenge? This looks like the most pointless of the builds. Let's just destroy this one really quickly. So yeah, currently at 4.8. So we got something that's negative reload speed. Yep, there we go. Let's just fuse into it. Huzzah! Who needs credits and endo anyway? That's gone 4.8 to 4.9 somehow. Oh, wait, there it is, 10.5. Yep. Wow. Wow, so hard. Much challenge. I put one mod on. Yeah. Anyway, that was a thing. Yep. Okay, looking great today. Oh, thank you. I've done nothing special, but there we are. Thank you. You want to see the slowest possible? Then you go ahead and do the slowest possible. That wasn't the Reb challenge. I wasn't even looking for a Reb challenge, but that was apparently the thing.
Oh, the Kengineer!
10 seconds achieved.
Oh my god! Wait, are they here? Kengineer.
Alrighty. Cheers, value. Cheers indeed. Now today I want to look at some different study numbers, not what is the worst reload one can have on a Zar. Quite frankly, if someone managed to get a 4-minute reload, well, kudos to them for having a really shit gameplay experience, I guess. I don't see why I would want to care that much about creating that. It's not exactly practical, is it? Cheers, Skeleton and Bite, for the bits. Is that a cool city challenge? I feel like there's other challenges we could focus on. For starters, I want to test a mechanic real quick. Let's quickly test a mechanic. So what I'm going to need for this is I'm going to need to have a Bala Dagger, I think is the right one for me. Oop. I mean, I was looking at the stats, but sure, if the idiot controlling the mouse wants to double click, that works too. Yeah, that might work. There might be better ones. Let me just have a look. If I go Zor entirely, let's have the Ganders here. Kind of blink through these. So these, no. Well, maybe. Oh, Nero's could do well. Maybe, although it's got a lot of slash on it still. But I'll come back and have a look. Let's just compare those two. No. Arris is better on that, or Bala. Let's see. Definitely not. No. Yeah, it looks like Bala was the correct one right off the bat. And let's go with this setup here. Okay. Alright, so let's grab an empty one here. Don't even need condition overload. We've got Exodia Contagion. And let's just slap that on right now. That'll be an important thing in a moment. We've got Exodia Contagion, and that's all I need right now to begin this test. Let's de-equip my companion, so that's not screwing up anything there.
Or talk about silly numbers.
Hey, Dark Wolf Seal, thank you very much for resubscribing there at tier 1 up onto 15 months. Much appreciated for that. Cheers. Oh. Cheers indeed. And thank you all for the additional bit pops going around. Alright, let's grab just a single unit. Let's grab a good old butcher. We love bullying butchers. Butchers are morons. They bring a cleaver to a gunfight, a nuke fight even. It's really dumb. Alright. Switch to the melee. And we're just going to go... Whop! 3, 2, 6. None of the bits and pieces going on there. It's kind of hard to keep up with all the things that happen at once when you throw a projectile like that. Dark Wolf with the Hydrate. And then the Great Caped Goomba with the primary sub there up onto 5 mums. Thank you very much for that as well. Much appreciated. And continue enjoying your ad-free viewing. Oh. Cheers to all of you there. I do notice we have got a mix of tier 1s and Prime subs coming through as well. Don't forget, of course, if you do have Amazon Prime, or if someone else is happy to connect up their Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, you can subscribe for free every single month, but it doesn't auto-renew. So if you've ever used it, double check once it's run out so that you can renew it. Alright, let's do this again. 815, I think I missed him. There we are, 1502, 163 and something else. Oh, that's got a viral proc now, I'm gonna have to wait. Wait for the viral proc to go. Trying to get an idea as to what hits I'm getting consistently, and I'm not getting consistency at the moment, which is not great. 754, 357, that's too much to bloody take in. I'm gonna have to screenshot this, aren't I? Alright. I think I screenshot that in time. Let's have a look here. I've just been pinged on Discord. Why am I pinged on Discord? Oh, it's that one. That can wait. Cool. Right, let me have a look at that screenshot. Did I save in time? And more importantly, am I saving the damage numbers, or have I got that turned off? Nope, I am saving the damage numbers. That's good. Okay. So my screenshot did save it, and I've got 3 different damage hits happening at once. A 792 with impact, a 163 with impact, and a 357 with no status effect. I'll bear that all in mind. Shedspot, thank you very much for gifting a sub out to the community. That's gone out to Kugaon. Words. Kugaon. Let's just... To Ku. Thank you, Shedspot, for gifting a sub over to Ku. I don't know why I'm struggling with the vowels there, but there are more vowels than consonants, and that terrifies me. So yeah. Am I using Melee Doughty, or is that a visual glitch? That is a visual glitch. Melee Doughty should not be invoked at this point in time. It was equipped on my previous weapon, and just the way that the simulacrum works, it doesn't work. So, yeah. It's a visual glitch. Right, let me get a notepad up so I can record these details. So, test hit, no crits. We have 163, 357, and 792 happening. There we go. Okay, and now let's see about if any of those should crit for me. We got a 326 on the crit that came up from the 163. Which, yep, that'll be a 2 times multiplier. So, assuming the others crit as well, I'll be expecting a 714 and then a, what's that, 14, 15... 84? Yeah, 1584 sounds about correct. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Yeah, there we are then. Splendid. Wonder if they'll fix their reset suit terminal. Don't hold your breath. Like a scientist doing field testing? Yeah, I've always been a bit of a scientist. Always have been. Right. Now we bring in Doughty. Let's see if anything changes here. See, the curiosity
34
I
months.
have...
Soon to be a major anniversary. Yes?
Oh my, that is soon to be a rather major one, absolutely. Ray with the tier 3 resub there at 34 months. Ray over, thank you very much for continuing your support on the channel. Much appreciated, cheers. Thank you very much on that. So, with Melee Doughty equipped, it says that it's increasing my critical multiplier by a paltry 0.6 times, because I've done nothing to try and improve on those values. But my question is, does that actually work on the Exodia Contagion projectile? Because Exodia Contagion, it changes damage types of the base types. So I wonder if that'll have an effect. And the only way to know is to test it. 1992 on a really big hit there. Didn't look at the others, let's just test that again. No crit, that's fine. 2055 and also viral, so let's just wait for that to all kick through. We'll just wait a sec on that. There we go. Nope, that was just a big hit. None of those crit. We're going to crit on the direct hit, the 424. So I think that is the replica of the 163 non-crit. And we're just looking for the middle tier damage to crit now. Which it didn't. Didn't again. I've got an 801 there, which is higher than I had before. I'm not sure where the extra damage is coming in from. Nothing about the weapon has changed, so I shouldn't be getting a higher damage unless... body part multipliers, but nothing's that small. Because I'm close enough that it shouldn't be activating the Arcane's bonus damage from distance. There we are, I got 928. That is the mid damage. 928. Okay. I'm just going to grab my calculator right here. Let's just have a look. So 1992 divided by 792 is showing a multiplier expectation of 2.52. Which, considering we started on a 2 times, and we've got 0.6 bonus at the moment, that 0.6 might actually be a 0.52 behind the scenes. I can check that in just a moment. So that could be correct. 928 divided by 357 is a 2.6 increase. Interesting. And 424 divided by a 163 is a 2.6 increase. Interesting. So those actually agree on the 2.6, but it's the 1992, that's the 792, which is disagreeing with me. That's coming up 2.52. I wonder if that might be due to damage quantization. Is this hoodie for sale? This hoodie is absolutely for sale. If you do exclamation mark merch, you can check out the merch store where you can find various bits and pieces available directly. This was actually on the old merch store. This was on the old merch store, so it has got a slightly different selection there now, but you should be able to get it through that. I'm actually going to double check that myself, to be quite honest. Open that in new tab. Don't want it to force me to sign in before looking at stuff. Oh no, wait, what? I've only got the shirts listed on there at the moment. Where'd the hoodie go? Well, that's no good. Hold up. I'm going to have to fix that. I do apologize. I don't know why the hoodie wasn't listed. Let's fix that real quickly. Sign in. Yo! Reading complete. Thank you very much for resubscribing me Prime as well. Up alongside Bite there. We got Bite on 6 months. Reading complete on 14 months. Cheers to both of you. Cheers indeed. Right, let's see. If I go to the dashboard for this. Admin the store. Why, oh why was that one not there? Did I just not find a product I was satisfied with on this store? Let's gather new product. We are looking for apparel. We are looking for a hoodie. Now, I do prefer hoodies that have pockets and or zips, to be quite honest, because this is a zipped one and pockets down the bottom. I just feel like hoodies should be a little bit more functional than just draped around you. I know that's a personal thing. I actually, for most apparel I have, where it's hoodies, they have zip pockets. It just gives you that extra security. I don't like having things just dangling around in a loose pocket like that. where it's very easy to be swiped. It's very easy for it to bounce out your pocket if you have to suddenly jog for the bus or something. I just prefer having things secured. Looking at this, in terms of something that meets that criteria, that is a big fat nil. Yeah, what we got going on with this? This will be why I've not put up a hoodie, it seems. I'm not actually that impressed. Maybe I'm overlooking something here, but I'm having a look over. You guys can't see what I'm looking at the moment because I'm just not connecting up that side of things. It has a little bit too much of detail on there that should not be generally broadcast, unfortunately. But no, that's not what I'm looking for. Yo, Salmonator! Thank you very much for the raid on in. Much appreciated. Welcome in. Hope you've had yourself a wonderful stream. And obviously, if you do need to drop off because you are exhausted from the stream or what have you, I absolutely understand. But thank you very much for bringing your community over. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome, all of you. I was having a peek at what's going on with Exodia Contagion and Doughty here, but I've taken just a brief little break to explore as to why I don't have a hoodie on my merch store. And it looks like the hoodie options are just honestly not that great. What's this one? No. I know it's a very personal thing, but for me, a hoodie where you've just got the jumper and then... Thank you very much, Ductile Wheel 465, up onto 8 months. Much appreciated on the support there. Some money to help with the hoodies. Well, thank you very much on that. Cheers. What are we drinking? Good old English breakfast tea, of course. Decaf, because it is late into the day. I do not want to be having more caffeine right now. They might announce Levels Prime over tomorrow. Am I excited? I'm certainly interested to see what is going to be announced and what the designs are going to look like. We'll wait on that. Ray saying, can we get a raid alert with Cephalon Size saying Optimus inbound? Feels appropriate given where Dan is at now. You've made me forget what the actual raid alert is when someone did raid in. Hold on, let me just replay that one. What is it normally? Is it going to replay? Is it not going to replay? I think... Okay, yeah, it's just not going to replay now. Cool. It's a hey kiddo? Yeah. I'll take it under advisement that that's something you would like, basically. I'll take it under advisement. Yeah, I'm looking at the merch options from this particular store, and in terms of hoodies, I'm just not sold. So let me walk you through why I'm not sold. We've got a quote-unquote cotton heritage unisex premium hoodie, which, okay, yeah, that's a lot of buzzwords. It is 65% cotton, 35% polyester, which is, it's not a terrible mix of plastic with not plastic. But hey-ho. It's just a straight-up hoodie with a single front pocket, the typical two-handed front pocket kind of style. Which is, it's okay. Father of Falcon say, hey, Engineer, really loved the Lavos loot video. Glad I could catch a stream today. Hey, welcome on in. Welcome on in. You never heard a raid alert? Oh, well, there is one, Ray. Yeah. I wouldn't have gone this long streaming without a raid alert. Yeah. Next up then, there is the oversized hoodie, supposedly. Which, again, has front pocket. The hood design looks a bit worse. The cotton ratio is much better, though, at 80%. Rather than the original 65%. So, not as much a fan of the hood design, but it is a better quality material. What else we got cracking on? What else have we got cracking on? There is a pullover hoodie. This one is, again, 80% cotton, 10% polyester, 10% recycled polyester. Fair enough. Again, same boring front pocket. This time a little bit of drawstrings on the hood. Then it is a whole bunch of stuff which is definitely not hoodies, not hoodie, not. What is this one? This one is noticeably more expensive. 80% cotton, 20% polyester. And I don't know why it's more expensive. It looks the same as the others, to be quite honest with you. Then there is another hoodie. This one is noticeably cheaper than that previous one, back down to the price of the others. 50% cotton, 50% polyester. That's terrible. 50% polyester? Ew. That's not gonna last. We got a mid-priced one. 52% cotton, 48% poly fleece. Yeah, that's a pass. We got this one. Oh god, the price jumps up. And it's again 70% cotton, 30% polyester. Pocket design is the same as all the rest, damn near. And then the logo on the sleeve. Ew, get rid of the logo. My logo, not yours. It's my store. Eco... organic cotton. Green friendly. But yeah, that's about limits of it. And it's... I'm gonna have to look further into this. Can you have a merch option to just steal mine? No, you can't have this. I like this. I like this one. Good lord, the amount of plastic in play. Yeah. Getting 100% cotton is exceptionally difficult. Exceptionally. So it's just not... it's not really the most viable thing. Not only is it exceptionally difficult, it's also far from cheap. And that makes the whole merch store less accessible. There are ties and concerns all around. Those of you who have ordered from the existing merch store will no doubt have noticed as well that shipping costs aren't exactly nil. Shipping costs do exist. I am not Amazon Prime. You do have to pay for shipping. But yeah, somehow it slipped my mind just that there wasn't any option there for a hoodie. So I will look into the merch store further at some point. I will look into that. Father of Falcon say, working in textiles, especially for merch, high quality really reflects in the price. It really does, yeah. And that's the thing, is like... well, let's break this down. How much would an individual here, any of you, want to actually pay for a merch hoodie? Because merch hoodie is, out of the merch options, probably one of the most expensive items, if not the most expensive. It passes a shirt, for obvious reasons, passes a mug, passes stickers. It is probably the most expensive item that a merch store can offer, within reason. And for those of you who would want a hoodie, what kind of price point would you even be looking at? I don't have that information. I'm not a clothing seller. Legato. Thank you very much for dropping your prime over here. Welcome to the channel proper, and enjoy that lovely blue sub badge next to your name. And no more ads here for you. Cheers. Oh. Cheers indeed. So if I very quickly bounce back to that dashboard, very quickly. I don't want to dwell on this point over much longer. But if I was on products, new one, design, apparel. So let's, if I were to take one of these mid-range hoodies. There we go. And let's go for the slightly higher of the quality there. Colors does not affect the price point, so that is fine. Let's just imitate a design really quickly. There we go. Next. Rendering, give it a moment. Oh, good old rendering stuff. Kenjaneer flavor T-Wen. Just to be clear, when you say Kenjaneer flavor, you don't mean like physically my flavor, right? Because it probably tastes like pork. Okay. So yeah, the estimated selling price of something like this to allow me to also have, you know, a cut. Let's face it, if the creator's getting nothing from the merch store, then no. Are you guys unaware that apparently human tastes like pork? That's what the meat we're apparently closest to. Just FYI. Let's see. So yeah, what is that in pounds? So the price it is recommending for this hoodie, this mid-range one, is 58 US dollars, which is about 47 British pounds. That's the price it's recommending for the mid-range one, based on the cost of production, and then putting on actually something for the creator myself. So yeah, that's the kind of price points I'm dealing with. That's somehow the better of the two ways to take engineer flavored tea. Yeah, let's just roll with that, shall we? You've heard human tastes like kangaroo. Having tasted neither, I can't really say. I intend to keep it that way, to be honest. I don't have any reason to indulge in either kangaroo or cannibalism, believe it or not. Oh, you say it sounds okay to me still? Expect the hoodie to last years, though? Yeah. It's that hurdle of once you've got it, and it lasts. This one I've had for quite some time now. At the same time, I don't exactly wear it out and about. I'm not entirely sure why I don't. I just don't wear it out and about. I mean, there's obviously that there, but it has gone all the way to Canada and back. Mythic saying, understand the kangaroo, but why no cannibalism? Well, moving on from that. Father of Falcon say, I'd say it's fair for a high quality hoodie to be $75 to $100. Anything $40 to $75 is a fair price. Fair enough then. Fair. So yeah, I will further investigate, see what the options are. I have had many different companies at this point reach out like, hey, we can do your merch store and do better of stuff. And I'm like, how do I know that you're actually better than what currently exists? Am I an admin of the wiki? I am not, no. I have basically no interaction with the administration, moderation, or operation of the wiki. I just happen to know how to read it, digest it, apply it to game knowledge, and turn it into good videos. No. Samples. Samples are a great idea for Falcons. Samples are a great idea. There are always limits when it comes to how much I can really afford in terms of sampling. Because if I sample every single product from every single company that reaches out with every single idea of it, I will be broke. I am not a big creator, and my merch store has never seen a big amount of interest. Not the old one, not the current one. There's just not been that much overall interest. If I have a look here, how long has this been live for? So this particular store has been live apparently since June last year. Yeah. June last year. That is... people have shown interest. So there you are. Straight up numbers for y'all. Live since June. 12 people have shown actual interest. Most popular is probably the mug. You are correct. Yes. You are correct. It has been primarily the mug. Adjustable prices for second to third world countries. Dr. Sleep Time. When you say adjustable price, do you expect that the cost of producing a mug is suddenly going to go down? Just because it's being shipped to, say, Belarus or Syria or the middle of the African jungle? Does the price of the production actually go down in those cases? Because it's not like a digital item, like a Twitch subscription, where the price can be made regional to allow more people to access the product at local rates, because the actual cost of delivery of that product is actually rather minuscule in that consideration. It's not like that at all. It's not like I can just press a button and you now have mug.png in your inventory. We're talking about physical goods and physical quality goods. I don't want you guys having trash. Some companies do adjust the price for certain companies. Obviously, you're not a company, but I guess we're still wanted. Companies for companies for companies. running in a little bit of a circle. I can't really place. Super saying, nope, that's an entirely fair reason not to adjust the price. Yeah. Ultimately, there is very little control that I can extend on that. Very little. Alright, Dark Wolf, you take care. You do have a PNG of my mug on your desktop. Okay, well, fair enough then. That is indeed a thing. Alright, that was a 928. What's the big crit? Nope, that's a small one. 2121. Does that line up better with the numbers I was working with earlier? 2121 divided by 792, 2.68. There seems to be some variation in that hit. I'm not sure why the bigger of these hits has that variation. Now it's 2084. Yeah, there is a little bit of variation. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a bit weird. But yeah. Bite saying, Ken does not want us to have garbage because he's afraid we'll eat the plastic. I mean, not like that, but also like that, but not like that. No. Now, the point is that I don't want to have a merch store which is a merch store for the sake of a merch store and ends up giving you a pile of crap. That's just... You deserve better. You deserve better. If I have a look at the current product list here, we've got the t-shirt. What's the product details on that one? Give us a moment whilst I load that up. More details. Yeah, here we are. So the solid colours are 100% heirloom combed and ring spun cotton. If it's the ash colour, it's 99% cotton, 1% polyester. For some reason, the heather colour is 48% polyester, but I don't think I made heather an option. No, I didn't. Yeah, so for some reason the heather one is just absurd on the polyester. Pretty much every other option for the shirt is 100% or nearly 100% cotton. Did I say heirloom? No. Heirloom. Not heirloom, heirloom. A-I-R-L-U-M-E. Heirloom. Not heirloom, heirloom. Yeah. So, when it comes to the shirts there, if you do purchase shirts, you know you're getting, rather than woven microplastic generators, you're actually getting cotton. Proper, genuine materials that a shirt should be. And that's just... Where you can make that happen, that's the way it should be. If you're buying merch from a creator, I'll be quite honest, at that point, you're intending to get something a little bit more expensive because the creator's own fee has been applied on top of the actual product itself. So you expect it to be a little bit more expensive, so you expect it to also be quality. So sure, I could list a whole bunch of polyester crap and charge a lower rate. Oh, I could charge the same rate, what would you know? But that just doesn't seem right. That just doesn't seem right. Hey bud, what's the best crowd control secondary to do survival missions? Epitaph deals a lot of cold procs, guaranteed. In an AoE, so go ahead and do that. Isn't the goal of merch, even as consumer, to support the content creator? It is, yeah. If you're buying merch and you don't want to support the creator, why are you buying the merch? So yeah. Do we know what the next Prime Resurgence is? I don't know, sorry. Okay, next thing I want to do to test here, I am on Naramon. Let's grab... Swap out secondary encumber here for secondary dexterity to get the combo duration. And Burston, I need to swap out for a Relta. Thank you, thank you. Which is going to be set up... Is this one minimum damage? Yeah, minimum damage, maximum results. That's what this one is. Good, good, good. And let's set that up with dexterity as well. That'll give us all of the combo duration. That snake as a plushie would go hard. Yeah, so that gets into the territory of not drop shipping, but actual product lines being created. I haven't looked into any more substantial product lines because, well, as I say, so far the interest in the merch store has been minimal. It has been minimal. And I'll be honest, it's something I've noticed with the Warframe community in general, is that, at least as far as creator side of things go, there is a low ceiling. That's the way to put it. A low ceiling. Alright, so with this 12 times, shouldn't do anything different yet. And indeed, it does nothing different. That is good. No change so far. Alright then. So that shows that building homo is safe for not adjusting the actual output of the weapon. So now, let's grab Weeping Wounds, and let's grab Jugulus Barbs. Going to go for Jugulus on this one, because we're not heavy attacking, and we do want the more puncture. We do want more puncture. Previously, that puncture rate was at 6%. This is already bringing it up to 11.8, but then when this activates, it's going to go even higher. Let's see. We should end up with 50% status chance. So the puncture will come up from 11.8 to 36.9. Which is only going to be a 3.7 increase, really. Interesting. It shouldn't really end up all that amazing. Nope. No. I need you out the way just to make the visuals cleaner. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it says I've got a 4.4 bonus. 4.4? I was expecting 3.7. Okay, my numbers are off. And we do see that has made a significant increase in the damage output here. That is pretty significant. Okay. Curious. Ladybug saying, if anyone wants a snack plushie, you're probably better off making your own and throwing Ken a couple bucks whilst you're at it. I mean, sure, if that's what you want to do. Fair enough. But yeah, overall, I've seen painfully little interest in merch store merch offerings, which is why I've not focused too much on it myself. There's the long and short of it. I definitely do need to look at putting a hoodie on, but I'll see what my options are. See if I can perhaps get a hold of a different supplier than the ones which are attached to the current store. See how I can make that work out best for you. I will look into it. And at the same time, if you have any preferences in terms of hoodies, well, the people who actually would buy things, those are the people's opinions I want to get. Let's face it, it's all well and good me putting up something that I would like, but if you wouldn't like it, and therefore won't buy it, what's the point of me even putting it up there in the first place? So if you do have an opinion on that, make sure that is known to me, whether through Discord, whether through Blue Sky, whether through email. You know, reach out. Okay, so this gives us a whole bunch of status. Now, I don't think there's a lot more we can do in terms of enhancing our status output in a way that really matters. I don't think there's a lot more. Because we could go these status chance mods here. We've got this one. This gives us status damage and status chance. Now, status chance is more useful, the status damage doesn't matter. The status chance 120%. With a base status on this of only 10%, that's just not going to be that great, is it? That's part of the problem, is that I have a configuration here which is a low status high crit. I think I would need to get a different Zor. I think I'm going to need a different Zor. You know what? Screw messing around with this. Let's get a different Zor because I can outsource crit chance. I can't outsource status chance. Let's get a different one. Is the hoodie well suited to medium to high temperatures? It's hard for me to really say that dog sleep time because I'm a very slim person. I can wear a hoodie in July pretty easily. Kripath, that is half of a Zor name. I don't know what your actual question is, sorry. Have I found actual use cases for Doughty? Kind of. Don't know what the deal is with hoodies, rather a fleece or cotton jacket. I mean, my preference is a hooded jacket. Like this is a jacket rather than a hoodie jumper. It's a hooded jacket. Hawk. Alright, if we go forge absorbs, see if I can plan ahead. So Bala is the one we found with the best puncture. That's our starting point there. Two-hander is usually going to be the best for us. Now, I don't know how these stats shake out just by looking at them, so I'm going to look this up. Let's go to the Zors page. I bring up my spreadsheet, but effort. Yeah, Bala is definitely the best in terms of puncture for us. So that's just going to be the way that it is. Let's see. So these different crypts are damage bonus, base speed bonus, and just the way they're utilized. So honestly, yeah, sticking with the Sea Cala is probably fine. It's a -4 damage bonus, but that's not -4%, it's just -4 damage flat. So I don't need to worry about it too much. Just started playing Warframe, confused as to what Hawk is good for. Hawk sells and allows you to assemble Zors. So he sells the parts, you build them, you put them together, and you construct a modular Zor weapon. So this is specifically to make a weapon. Or many of them. And if you want to know more about that, I highly recommend you check out my Zors video over on YouTube. !Zors for the link to that. It's a little bit on the older side, so it might not have my usual upbeat pacing that you might be used to, but it's still accurate, by and large anyway. There's not been much in the way of changes that matter. Okay, so if I want to go maximum status and minimum crits, which is absolutely an option, and as I say I can outsource the crit chance, I would want to have them, by the looks of this, a Equana to Ruhang. I lose a little bit of attack speed, gain back that damage bonus. That should be fine there. So yeah, Equana to Ruhang, Equana to Ruhang. There we are. And this together, this would give me a 32% status, but only 10% crit chance. Okay, I'm going to outsource that. This can get the work done, and this should give me a much better puncture position to work from. Much, much better. So what I need then is to actually get these parts. Let's work that in. So Bala, I'm going to need to get. Sea Cala, I already have lying around. And I definitely do not have an Equana to Rahang. Browse wares. So, 1 Bala Plaza. Thank you very much. And then down here, Equana to Rahang. There we go. I am going to need to sort out a little bit of material on that. What do I need? Pyrotic alloy should be easy enough. And first steel alloy should be easy enough. Let's pop out of here. And the heavens, all parts are fast to build. I might still rush it. Alright. Have I got the materials? Oh, hello, Former. Hello, Orokin Reactor. Let's get the Former going before I forget about that. Right then. We've got some alloys to do in the mining section. So, Pyrotic. Yep, got plenty of that stuff. Good, good. First steel. Plenty of that stuff. Good, good. Let's get that running. There we go. Whilst that is building, let's have a look at our modulars here. So, Bala, it's going to need 60 the Pyrotic. Build time 1 hour. I'm rushing that. Equana to Ruhang. I need the first steel 1 hour. I'm rushing that. It's fine. Yeah, the Xyloc Prime can just sit there. I'll get around to it never. Excuse me. J-Dot saying, got the Siam sword from the market and love it. Would crafting a weapon be better? By and large, no. The Siam is kinda ridiculously good for the level you get it at, so... Sorry, excuse me. I dare say you're going to struggle to have a better melee until you get something like the Zoris or onto Tenet and Kuba weapons. Now, you are genuinely going to struggle to have a much better weapon than the Siam for quite a while, because the ones, that's from Duviri, I believe, the Duviri melees are a little bit overtuned. With the exception of Sun and Moon, most of the rest of them are overtuned. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah. Glaive Prime's still real good. Glaive Prime is good, it's just a lot of the things that made it good have changed. Glaives in general are slower, and if you're talking late game, the Zoris not only has a wider area, it also has access to melee influence, which is absolutely bloody bonkers. So Glaive Prime has only become marginally worse over time, but a lot of other things have stepped up as well, bringing down the value there. Where's my particle? There it is. Good, good, good. I've got plenty of resources. 90,000 cryotic. Good God, what do I have that for? Ew. Cheeks say, my Riven for Miwan Vizikaron has plus a bunch of melee damage plus crit chance and minus heavy attack efficiency. Is that cool? It can be, absolutely, it can be. In fact, that kind of thing can easily replace, like, pressure points on your melee. Then you just have a bunch of crit chance. And if you were doing a Tennokai build, you wouldn't even need to worry about heavy attack efficiency anyway. So with that, you would just have a free negative, lots of crits, lots of damage. That's just a win. So yeah, that sounds like that Riven can get some good work done. The only downside is it's on a Zor. Zors have relatively limited placement in the meta these days, but it's still good. With an Exodia Contagion build, that should get some work done. Yes. Just make sure if you do put that onto a Zor, if you want to get value out of it, it'll need to be a crit-focused Zor, because you're going for modded crit chance. Whereas I'm going for a status-focused one, as I'm not going to mod for crit chance. I'm going to effectively cheat it in. Yeah, I'll see what that means in a moment. Pyrotic, there you are. Necrotic's almost enough to build Trinity and Vormal Prime. The fact you say almost enough is kind of concerning. How is it only almost? I have a lot of Cryotic. What do you mean almost? Raffle? Raffle of Vance. Absolutely Space Charmed. So just let these finish up their cycle here. Hey, Molten Toast, if you got the Ribbon, why not? Try out the memes. Live your best life. A game is supposed to be fun, so go have your fun. Alright, few more seconds. I'm not going to rush them for 3 and 4 plat, that would just be silly. What should you look for? What should you avoid when fitting a Contagion Zor build? So, Exodia Contagion Zor, if you're going for a normal approach, that is to not use Warframe abilities to provide basic stats like critical chance, then you would probably want a primarily crit-focused Zor. I would say a two-handed Zor is probably going to give you better results overall. You don't need to over-focus on the damage stats. Attack speed is probably going to be the better of the stats on the Zor. And beyond that, it comes down to the body of it. Definitely check out my Exodia Contagion guide. There has been a change since the Exodia Contagion guide, which is heavy attacking no longer does what it should do. But aside from that, you're good. Aside from that, you will be good. Right then, Bala build. Equana build. And the rush is going to be 50 platinum. Yeah, I've got plat to spare. Let's just get those done now. Thank you very much. There we go. Have I messed around with the Onos? Not enough to reach the level of enjoyment other people seem to be enjoying with it. I've not really gelled with it. But some people seem to love it. Some people seem to love it. Okay, back to Hawk. Let's forge this Zor now. So we have the Bala, we have the Seakala, we have the Aquana. 32% status with a high puncture focus. That is looking nice. Let's build that. Thank you very much. There we go. Let's leave out of here. I'm gonna mod it, level it, move on. Is Garasasic just damage and combo? There's more to it than that, I believe. I made a statistic guide. You should definitely check that out for full guidance on that. Definitely check that out. Okay, where's my brand new Zor? There's so many unnamed ones. There it is. Okay, let's just give this some basic leveling modding right now. So let's go with you. Let's go with... I can't recall if I've seen this in a video. Have I played around with the negative crit later? Negative crit, what you mean just trying to do the 2000% damage bonus? I did talk about the latum in terms of that build back in its original guide, so yes. You know the secondary weapon used when you're out of the Warframe? Okay, yep, the amp. Can you make it powerful enough to do good damage? Because with Excalibur can play around, or is this two-man team and need to figure that part out? Check out my amp guide if you want to get the best amp you can set up. Check out my amp guide. Alright, let's evolve this by just slapping in, first of all, an upgrade. There we go. Prime Fever Strike, that'll do fine. Prime Pressure Point. Might as well Blood Rush. I'm not going to get much in the way of crits, but I might as well try a bit. Let's go for Organ Shatter. Berserker Fury. Gonna run out of space at this point. What else am I missing? I've got damage, element. I'm missing status. And I could be using Galvanize. I forget those are an option. This could replace Organ Shatter. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swap this and then go... Instead of Toxic, let's go for Heat. Do it like that. There we are. Absolute basics. It's probably not the best, but it's good enough for now to get us where we need to be in terms of leveling. Let's re-equip my companion. There we go. Lavos is set to standard. Let's roll buff. Ah, but I do lose my heat. I can apply viral. I'll be fine. Yeah, we'll do it that way. And let's switch the acceleration out for... on crit more damage or more attack speed. Let's go even more attack speed. Silly moments. Alright then. Here's Mirror Labor. Okie dokie. Let's down level slightly. We'll go Draco for this leveling. That should be okay. How bad could it be? It's a level 0 Zor against Steel Path enemies. How bad could it possibly be? Haven't even put Arcanes onto it.
Are worthy foes. Underestimate them, and you are barren.
Life support has
Alright.
been cut off.
Viral prepared.
Knock you out.
Roar up.
I'm sending out
Sap
to-
forwards. Yeah, it's getting a little bit of killing in. It's getting a little bit of killing in. Will this be the best way to level it? Probably not. But I'm still going to do it this way. At least we're at 12 times combos. That's pretty nice. Worm Prime is down somehow. Alright. That's unfortunate. Yep, this is going to gain us levels. We're up to level 6 on it. Keep the viral bonus and keep on making it where we can recast Raw the moment it's available.
Life support on the way.
Okay, not quite nailed that. Don't think I have a lot of efficiency on this setup, so the Roar will just have to wait. There it is. That'll get us some refresh. Yeah, not great kill rate here, so the life support is going to be a struggle doing it this way. But it's fine. It'll level up the weapon. That's the main focus.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
I could switch to trying corrosive instead of viral for the elemental proc. In fact, let's try that. Is corrosive better for killing? I honestly can't tell. I genuinely cannot tell if that's better or not. I don't think the weapon really is strong enough to matter. Can Lavos be a crate smasher? Yes, but not a very good one. So the crate smashing with Lavos is from his 2, which you can cast frequently, but not frequently enough to make up for the relatively short range of it. Yeah, that life support is about to bottom the hell out. I'm gonna mosey on over towards that.
Life support incoming. Life support has been replenished.
And keep carving through. I mean, we're still getting kills. And as we get the kills, it'll level up the weapon. Those Xmas are going to be a great source of affinity. I could switch to using electric and go for the damaging status effect, but I do think the viral corrosive is just the better choice at the moment. Alright, Ray, you take care. Let's try electric. Because this is such a heavily status-focused weapon, to go alongside the guaranteed status procs, would this help us out much better? No. That does not seem to be helping us out much better. Back to corrosive. There we are. Got ourselves an Xmas unit. Zor is at level 15 without bonus. That puts us level 23 with. That's good. Is this the Dragon Frame? No, this is the Potion Master. Oh, hey, Malice. Do you want to die to a level 0 Zor that is currently level 15? Yeah, you do.
Life support activated.
Look at this guy. Just wants to get chopped all the way up. Let's roll away that bubble so I don't have to deal with that. And he's dead. Oh no, Acolyte, so strong, so dangerous. Oh no, how can you ever fight an Acolyte with a weapon I built a few seconds ago?
Support capsule.
What are we testing? At the moment, I'm just leveling this up. We'll get back to the testing as soon as I've got this leveled twice. It's going to be twice because I need to guild it, and then I can get that fully leveled as well.
To a successful start.
Once I get this to level 20, its true level on X team will be level 30. Now the question is, chat, what do I name this weapon? What do I name this fated Zor of Doughtyness? What do I name the Zor? Are the Zor Arcanes worth it? By and large, I would say no. They offer unique options, but those options aren't really amazing. Zor's had the heyday, it's gone. The only difference is Exodia Contagion is a uniquely powerful effect. But that's it. It's Exodia Contagion. Will it flow? I think I'll pass on that. The Snack Poker? Bread because dough, but it's Doughty, not Doughty, it's Doughty. Don't do that. No, 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 no. We ain't gonna mess with people like that.
Support has arrived.
Doubt it works? I don't doubt it'll work though. That's why I'm going through this process. Snake poker sounds dope. Why not snake rummy or snake blackjack? Why snake poker? When in doubt. F because doubt. I don't think you can have a name that short. Snake's tongue. It's an option. Nearly got that at level 20. Hello, Xmas. Are you going to give me the 20? There it is. 20. I can get out of here.
Life support incoming. Tenno, extraction is ready.
Alright.
It is done, Tenno.
There we are. Max rank on the Zor, because 20 in the mission from 0 is 30 on exit. Splendid. What about Satan's Whisper? Let's not bring religion into it. Alright, let's pop down. Does it count for all weapons frames or just the Zors? It's everything, yeah. Because the way that bonus affinity works is you pick up, I think it was like 125% extra affinity for completing a mission on top of what you earn during the mission. So if I were to exit the mission, like abort it or fail it at level 20, then I'd still have a level 20 Zor. But by completing the mission, I get that extra 125%. And because of the way level scaling works in Warframe, going from 0 to X level in mission will get you to X times 1.5 out of mission. So the affinity to get to level 30 is actually the affinity to get to level 20 and complete the mission. The affinity to get to level 33 is to get to level 22. The affinity to get 15 is actually to 10, and so on. That's how it works out. Exception being Lich Gear? No exception. So Lich Gear, if you want to get it all the way up to level 39, you'd get to, in mission, level 26. And so to get to level 40, you need a little bit past level 26. That's how it works out. It'll be about 26 2/3 would get you level 40. So yeah, now that only works from level 0. If you've already got a level 10 weapon and you go up 10 levels to level 20, you're not going to end up with a weapon that's level 30. You're also not going to end up with a weapon that is level 25. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. Zor is a stave to name it Bow Prime to confuse others. Nah, we're not going to go down that road. Name this Zor Snake Prime. Is any Zor good for Exodia Contagion? Technically, any Zor can work for Exodia Contagion, but a high crit Zor if you're going for a crit-based approach, and a two-handed Zor if you're really focused on the damage, will typically be the best. Typically. Alright, other services. Let us guild this using our stand. One moment. Do I have things I can turn in? Do I just happen to have some fish on me? Provide fish. I do! Excellent! Okay, cool. Never need these gooplers, so... Wow, that is not much in the way of standing, but sure, have them anyway.
The people acknowledge your generosity, Tenno.
No excuses, Bedley!
Can you put skins on us all? Some skins, yeah.
I am a bright star surrounded by an accretion disk of cretins and ding-dongs.
Alright, now I can do the gilding. It was this one. Yep, Iguana to Ruhang. Polarize a slot. Let's put a V polarity. I think I put it there.
Your blade, Tenno. Neymar.
Fangs of the Snake. It feels a little too dramatic for the weapon. Doughty Remy. Nah. Baguette because dough. But it's not dough, it's Doughty. Doubt. Doughty. Not dough, doubt. We've been over this many times. Don't be like this. This is a good sort name. What, literally just... I'm seeing a lot towards Baguette. Lingering Doughty? Ah. Baguette it is.
You are quite the poet, Tenno. Beautiful.
There we are. Our equipment. If we look at our arsenal, it's a Baguette. Yep. I don't know why your Baguette looks like this. If your Baguette looks like this, I'm concerned for you, but that is now a Baguette. Cheers, Rev the 50-bit. Right, okay, well, let's put a contagion onto here, absolutely. Let's slap in a melee adapter, because why not? Let's get Doughty onto that. There we go. Yep, that's giving us a lot of the general benefits. And let's go... Right Fever Strike. Right up there. Cool. Alright, that'll do for now. We'll level it further in a moment. In terms of a Doughty approach, it's not going to want to be that at all. Actually, think about it, just to get the value now. Now, let's drop that. Let's go... Not Blood Rush. Weeping Wounds. How am I going to make this work? Okay, so I can't use the Juggler's Barbs. I could use Sundering Strike right now to bring up the puncture weighting. Do it that way. This should give us a kind of slightly stupid amount of puncture, yeah. Let's try that. Yeah. Alright. Cool. And let's swap this out for... Clevo. Okay. Main build uses this setup here with the 100 Adrenaline adaptation approach, but because he gets so much more overguard these days, I don't know if that's going to work, because that was back when it was much lower overguard approach. Don't know why Kamasada's on there. Don't know why Bellico's on there. No, I know why Bellico's on there, but yeah, that can come off. Let's go with Reaper. So we got the fullback defense if needs be. Yeah, 100 Adrenaline can come off of there. And instead, let's go with... I could do a Moderation, to be honest. Yeah. 608% melee critical chance. Not sure if that's enough, to be honest. Not sure if that's enough. But we'll see how it all shakes together. We'll keep the router equipped because... effort. Right. That Lavos Prime teaser? Lavos Prime teaser? I'm not aware. Has Lavos Valence Fusion Ornament been treated with secondary elemental hit instead of forcing procs with recent update? Black D maybe inconsistent with fusion-like abilities. From my understanding, the way it works since the update is you get the elemental damage bonus on your weapon without it combining with other types, and you get the forced proc still. Both of those happen. However, they also seemingly nerfed it, so you no longer get that percent of bonus to your status proc damage. So if you have an unmodded weapon, you Valence Formation on Heat, you now have a 200% bonus to damage output directly, guaranteed heat procs, and 200 out of 300% of your weapon is heat status. So 2 and 3 status effects will be heat. But those heat status effects will act as if you have no heat bonus at all. Which is weird. They just tweeted out. Alright, let me have a look at Blue Sky. Nope, don't see any hints over on Blue Sky at the moment. Nope. Nothing showing. I'm not going to go on Twitter because, quite frankly, I'm done with Twitter. So, I'll wait for them to post it on Blue Sky. Warframe's on Blue Sky? Yes, they are. As am I. Yeah. I have no intention of going back to Twitter. I will use it as minimally as possible. This is not a suitable justification to use it. What's my Blue Sky account? Let me grab you the link. There we are.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
Okay. Let's see how the
Shut down all
Baguette
systems.
do.
I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Okay. 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 It's getting kills. Sorry, Shazwell, that's not a command. It probably should be a command, but it's not currently. I mean, Kalevo's doing Kalevo things. I just don't know if the Zor's doing the Zor things in the doubtful ways I want it to.
Prepare for life support.
Oopsie. I fell.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating.
I mean, it's making explosions. Explosions are nice. Plenty of explosions, yeah. How do I activate abilities? I press the numbers on my keyboard. It may feel inconvenient for you, but it is literally just what I do. You lot, get bound. Now die.
Get ready for
Thank
the
you.
capsule.
Yeah, this is definitely going to need some work to still get the value out of it. But I can feel we're onto something. Is it a good something? We'll find out. But we are onto something.
Additional life support has arrived.
At the very least, it's constant big red numbers. The damage variation is going to be from how far away I'm casting the projectile, from the AoE nature of the weapon, from the multiple hits, because there's direct hit versus AoE, and the direct hit is much higher. But yeah, we're getting the damage in. Let's just bind everything up. Nope. There we go. Yeah, it's moderately effective. Don't fall off the edge. We have an incoming acolyte. I'll be happy to show them the red menace that is this weapon. Where you at? No, they're gonna nullify my crits. That's actually terrible. You nullify me and teleport me to you. That's hacking. Like, have an AoE I need to stay out of, or teleport me. Not both. There we are. That both is just bad manners.
You are running out of time. The
How are we doing?
is just
Well, it is
the
max
first
ranked,
discovery.
so let's get out.
Keep up the good work. When you need it, extraction is ready. Life support has been replenished.
There we are. Max out the overguard to just get out of here. We'll probably feel better once it's full built together. Yeah. It's just going to take some work to get there. But we'll get it there. And mission complete. Alright then.
Will was greater. This is good.
Can't you tell I've been doing a lot with not with the main recently?
You are running out of time.
Okay. Let's see where we can get more value out of this. So, right now we've got Kalebo. I feel like Mirage might be the better choice. I'll have a look at that in a moment. Yeah. With such a high base status, melee prowess might be a good shout. Maybe. It would be plus 90%. Bear in mind, we're already getting 440% here. And 120% here. So that is 560%. Melee prowess is 90. Is going to struggle to compete. To add into that. I could go for the 90-60 puncture mod. Either to replace Thundering Strike or to go alongside it. There are going to be options along the way. Let's polarize this now, because I know I'm definitely going to want to polarize it to get more value out of it. Put that V Plowty over Blood Rush there. Actually, wait, Blood Rush? No. Ah, yes, of course. This is still modded for a whole bunch of crits that I just don't need. That can go out now. That's not the build we're doing anymore. That was just initial leveling. So, let's work on this a better way. Status. Puncture, Jugular's Barbed, that can go on, there we go. Is Eclipse still bugged, double dipping on projectile melees? It was the last time I checked, yes. Okay. So I don't want elements. I don't want crit chance. I don't need crit damage. Faction? I could go faction, yeah. There'll be plenty of places that won't work, but it works against a Grenadier, so I can do faction against them. Like so. Let me quickly check again. Exotic Contagion. What do you benefit from? Base damage. Those are weird interactions. Damage is affected by the stealth multiplier. Oh, wow. Okay. I did not know that. Cannot be used with heavy attacks in midair. That got removed. Yep. Projectile can both trigger and benefit from melee influence. Wow, Doughty's going to struggle against that. Toxin Elemental Ward is multiplicative. Okay. Now it's curious, it doesn't say that Eclipse is, but Eclipse did used to be. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's there. It's not multiplicative, it's double applying. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Because it's already multiplicative. Okay, good. Good. I wonder if Crepuscular Raffle might be a good combo. That's not what we're looking at right now. We're looking at Doughty. We're looking at Doughty. I feel like Prowess is definitely the wrong choice, but I'm hard on finding what's the right choice here. Because we don't need more attack speed. I could go more pure damage from somewhere. Where would I get that from? Yeah, so I could go Spoiled Strike, the minus attack speed being countered by Berserker Fury, giving us a substantial attack speed. It should work out there. It's not the biggest damage bonus, though. We'll be going from 265 to 365. That's a 37% damage bonus. Is that the best I can get at this point? 37%? It feels like there should be something better that I can do here. All crits are basically off the table. Condition Overloader is a no-go. We've already got Prime Pressure Point in here. Blood Rush for the crit scaling is pretty pointless. It would give us 44%, but it would cost a lot to try and fit it into the build. There's 14 to our current 10 available. Crit damage is what we're supposed to be getting from Doughty. So as much as it has a base 2.0 times to build from, there's not much we're going to get. Tenekai, we're not using heavy attacks like that, so that's not helpful to us. Likewise, range is no help to us because we're focusing on Exotic Contagion. We're not using heavy attacks, so that's irrelevant. We don't need the crit build from this, so that's irrelevant. All the elemental mods are no good. Killing Blow is no good to us. Body count is basically no good to us. This is going to dilute stuff. We have got a very low impact portion, so the impact variant of this could be safe enough to include if it did something worthwhile. I don't know that it does. Organ Shatter would give us a 1.8 times increase. Now 1.8 times is equivalent of 18% puncture status chance, but our status chance for puncture is already looking pretty spicy. Yeah, we've got 60% status chance bonus there. So that's bringing us from 32 to 51.2. Yeah, confirmed. So if we factor that out, we've got 32% base, multiplied by the 60%, 440%, and 120%. That's 620%. 230.4% status chance. 230.4. which is going to give us a 186.3% puncture status chance, or 18.6 on melee Doughty. 18.6, which means that an organ chatter increase of 1.8 is... it's 10%. That is worse than Spoiled Strike. So that's not the one to go for. Quickening for the attack speed and combo count chance. We've got attack speed over here. I don't need more of it, so that's no good. Reflex, since contagion benefits from combo count. You say contagion benefits from combo count. How? What about Exodic Contagion benefits from combo count? It's the... after traveling 30 meters, projectile damage increased by 300% plus 1/4 of your combo level over 1 times. Okay. And how does Reflex help us on that? Initial combo, we're going to be at full combo. And we're not using the combo, so that doesn't matter. That doesn't help us. No Auger Strike. Yeah, that could replace Thundering Strike. That'll be just better for the slot. We do end up with even less capacity to work with under that. It's 42.1 up from 41.4. That's not much of an increase. That's not much of an increase for the mod drain cost. Obviously, I can work around that with more Former, but 10 gives us more room to work with normal mods at the moment. I'm just struggling to think what we can actually put in. Like, surely Spoiled Strike is not the best option I have right now. Surely that is not the case. There's no way. What is the impact one of these? Saxon Thorax, lifted enemies, don't care. So that's relevant to us. Now have a look at the Lavos Prime teaser when it's posted on Blue Sky. It's posted on Blue Sky. Okay. Let's have a look at that. We can break off briefly to have a look at that. Maybe it'll give us the inspiration on the rest of this, who knows? Let's pause up the music. That bitrate, juicy. Somewhere in those pixels there was a Lavos. Somewhere in those pixels there is a Lavos. I think we're just gonna have to wait for the we're gonna have to wait for the proper look at that one, aren't we? We're gonna have to wait for the proper look at that one. I can barely see a thing in that, I'll be honest with you. Seems like it'll be good. I just... somewhere in those 12 pixels. Somewhere in there is indeed a Lavos. Alright. Let's go through these one by one. Music does sound nice, yes. Healing return, we're not looking for healing. Status duration, not looking for that. This will ruin the puncture. We don't need the grip bonus. It'll be useless to us on this. Condition overload, I don't think even works for us. I'm fairly certain it doesn't. Let me have a look here. Control F, condition... Condition overload is multiplicative to base damage on direct hits. Oh. But we'd still need status on the target in the first place. We're not priming them, we're trying to kill them, so... Irrelevant. Irrelevant. No, not going to go condition overload. I refuse. Let's see there. Blood rush, no good, no good, no good. Already got its equivalent. Don't need. Don't need. The best that can give us is epoxy amount of crits. It'll give us 11% crit and a crit damage bonus of 2.4 times alongside our existing 18, 19, 20.6. We don't need this for an extra 2.4. What affects contagions? A variety of things. I'd recommend looking at my guide or the wiki on that. It genuinely feels like the best option. Somehow, is that goddamn Spoiled Strike.
Let's see. 39 months.
Oh my.
What quirky thing can I do today to celebrate? 39 divided by 3 is 13. 13 is a prime number. What else is prime? Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime commands the Autobots. Automatic bots are banned in Warframe. Today Esprit gets perma-banned in WF as his quirky thing.
Esprit, thank you very much for the 39-month resub there. Of all the directions a Prime was going to go, I wasn't expecting not a Warframe Prime. You just... Sure, Optimus. You are so weird at times. Cheers, Esprit. End of the T for you. Yikes. What? Alright, no space, what we're looking at. Could try slotting in both the 90 and 120%. So here's the thing on slotting in both of those. The puncture mods are not giving us any benefit to a lot of the Zord damage on the explosion because they're not elemental mods, so they are useless to us in that arena. For that reason, even slotting in these two is expensive, as it were. I don't want to take that any further. So Spoiled Strike just gives us the better base damage increase to balance out the usage. Honestly, I think this is just the right one. It slightly kills me to put a Spoiled Strike on a build like this, but I genuinely think it is the best option for what we're trying to make happen here. So now the next step is to switch to Mirage, who gets the full benefits of Eclipse. Not those poxy benefits out there, full proper benefits, because 200% base is a lot better than 30% base. A lot better. You think a 60-60 mod could work then, even with the dilution? Oh, I doubt that. I doubt that. That would be a lot of dilution. It wouldn't make up the status because we got Weeping Wounds providing a lot of status pure, and we got a lot of pure status coming from the Galvanize something mod, whatever it's called, the one that gives status damage status chance. So no, the 60-60 would be a net negative in terms of dilution, even with the elemental bonus. Almost certainly too much of a dilution to be worth it. So go with Eclipse here. That is the main focus. We're using Mirage because Mirage can get the best Eclipse. And then we can add in a Raffle Advance. Now, have I got a build that already has Raffle Advance included? Probably not. What is that? No. Okay. So, let's make a build that does. I don't know what this build is supposed to be, so let's kill it. It's dead now. Goodbye, build. Let's turn this into the build that it needs to be. Elementalist, that's the one. Thank you. Now, to get started on that, we're going to want to replace Prism. I don't need Prism. It's not going to work with this build. So let's swap out Prism for a Wrathful Advance. Nice Mirage colors. Thank you. Alright. There it is. Wrathful Advance. Of course I need to feed this ever-persistent thing. Here, have some Terror Globes. You love Terror Globes. I really love the Terror Globes. And Cubic Diodes. I just have them lying around. Over here, I've got you some field drawn samples and some neural sensors. Dan weeping in a corner right now. We got some neuro to chuck in there. We got nanospores to chuck in there. There we go. Good stuff. Right then. Also, what bonuses have I got over here? Yep, these are not the ones I'm looking for today. Oh well. Right. Infuse you onto this. What build am I on? I'm on config E. There we go. Precision Intensify or Plane Strength? Good question. That is a very good question. I'll have to think about that. Okay. We don't need range. Range is not going to be of interest to us, so we can build around all the rest of it outside of that. Dash polarity to work with here. I could go Dreamer's Bond. I think a corrosive projection is probably going to be better for us. Unless I have something else in the new auras of interest. I think what ones we got. Yeah, this is probably the one for us. Alright, cool. We'll stick with that. Do the doppelgangers send contagions too? I don't think they do, but we're going to find out, aren't we? We're going to find out. Okay. We've got to remember, Eclipse does double dip multiplicatively with itself, so the damage bonus we can get from Eclipse is kind of bonkers, as much as Raffle Advance is also bonkers. Both of them can be bonkery bonkers, bonks, so yeah. That can be wild. Right, let's get a load of that. I don't know if that's the direction I want to go, but it's where I'm starting. Prime Continuity is a good shout. We can go for Narrow-Minded, because you don't care about the range. There we go. Already Strength is off to a grand start. Let's bring in... Actually, think about it. Because of the efficiency cost, and I do expect to be casting somewhat liberally, let's do that. And then... And Intensify, we can slot an Umbral for now, but I might change my mind on that. Do I go Rolling Guard? Yeah, why not? Rolling Guard is a nice defensive option. Maybe a little bit of efficiency. Wouldn't hurt too much. We've got so much duration, we can go Fleeting. Which makes these very, very affordable to cast. Equilibrium? Equilibrium could work in terms of energy support. Thing is, I've got arcane slots I can use. I can absolutely go for an Energize. And then... let's think about this. I can get the extra melee damage. Isn't there the Wall Latch? Do I want to be doing lots of Arachnes? It does have a huge benefit, so yes, I'm going to put that on. I'll just need to remember that it's there. Again, is replaced. You have updated builds. Have been on YouTube's in a while, but maybe 10 plus tabs for Warframe that need to sort through. So I don't post onto Warframe. I post my builds up as part of videos. If they fall out of date, they fall out of date. It's just a fact on that. They fall out of date, they fall out of date. Arcane Fury. Fury would give us what? Plus melee damage. I've already got 265% modded on the weapon, so 180% modded would not be necessary. Whereas this multiplies in. It's special separate stuff. Prime Flow, we've got 225 energy on here, and we're casting things that cast 10 at a time, so I don't think that'll be necessary. As much as this will near max me out on activation, that's fine enough for me. That's fine enough. This has a 40-odd second duration. This one's duration, currently 16 seconds, which should be plentiful. So don't need to worry too much on that. More strength would be nice. I would like a little bit more strength. Let's see where we can go with that. I can throw in an Augur Secrets, or the mod set will activate as a result of that as well, so that is nice. I could still go the Blind Rage. I could still go that. That brings it up to 322, which is kind of somewhat horribly bonkers. These do jump up in cost significantly, but it might be manageable. Precision? Alright, calm down. Calm the fuck down, broski. Calm the fuck down. So, what does Precision do for us that Umbral doesn't achieve? So, we'd get 644 on this, applying twice. So let's just... if we were to say that Doughty is going to be running at a 20 times multiplier. Yeah, with Doughty in full effect, let's say we're getting a 20 times multiplier. So we've got currently a 1 plus crit chance of 322 plus our weapon's going to have like 10-ish%. I don't think there's much in the way going on there. So let's just call this 335. I don't know where exactly it's going to be. Let's call it 335. So 3.35 multiplied by 19 from the crit damage. And then all of this, we're going to multiply by our Eclipse bonus twice. So that is going to be 7.44 times 7.44. Or just 7.44 squared. It's 7.44 because our base is 100%. The damage increase is 644%. Oops, ads. Well, the rest of you who subscribe to know how to not have that be a problem. So, putting together the crit bonus and the damage bonus, I get a multiplier of 3,579. Okay. Now let's run the numbers with precision. Running the numbers with precision. This brings down the Eclipse bonus, but brings up the crit chance. Crit chance would now be about 380-ish. And the Eclipse bonus will be 6.56. And we drop down from 3,500 to 3,100. Okay. So taking those multipliers into account, having the bigger bonus on Eclipse is worth more than the better crits. Add Arachne into the equation, pointless. It'll multiply in exactly the same. We are comparing the strength stat on Precision versus Umbral Intensify. Absolutely nothing else matters in that equation. It is just the effects on these two. Everything else is immaterial. When it comes to doing comparative mathematics, there's no point doing the entire equation when you can just focus on what actually changes. And that's what changes. So yeah, Umbral is, by all mathematics, the better choice here. It is the better choice. Now, there is the option of downgrading out of Augur Secrets into Streamline that someone suggested. That would improve our efficiency a noticeable bit, but we also lose some strength, and we lose the Augur set there. We need to put it back in on our secondary or something like that. I'll be quite honest, I don't think we'll need the extra efficiency. When I'm running Arcane Energize already, and I've got a 167% duration, I should be good for energy. Should be the operative word. Now, what is my starting energy? It's 140. Honestly, even 140 is enough to get us going and running, so I'm not too concerned about that either. My only concern will be the chance of taking too much damage with this build, so the idea is I'll just kill things. I should just kill things. That should work. So yeah, let's roll with that. What's my melee? It's a Baguette. Baguettes are pretty powerful things, didn't you know? The French did not win wars with ordinary cobs and baps. They brought out the Baguettes. And boy howdy do those Baguettes cut you down. Especially when this one is very contagious. Rank 3 preparation, extra slot. I don't need to do that. I've already got enough energy. I've already got enough. The only things I could really do would be to look at Archon shards. I could slap some of these lot into here. I apparently got some of these. What's going on here? Am I going to be using lots of blast damage? Don't think I am. Not sure I am. Not sure I'm doing enough to matter on that side. I could get some more strength out of these. That seems a little bit lazy. Melee crit damage. We've got oodles of it. So that doesn't help us. Casting speed, parkour velocity, things like that. You know what? I'm not even going to care about these. We can add them in if they're needed. The Baguette is stale? Oh, it's all much harder to hit them with, yeah. All much harder to hit them with. That cell account? Didn't even look. Right. Let's start lowball Draco Ceres. No, let's mix it up. Let's go somewhere slightly different. Let's go to Titan. Let's go Titan. We'll start, build up the combo, and then swing the Baguette and see what happens. Nah, 40 we're fine. If we wanted augmented, I could just slap in strength shards.
To truly master the canvas of war.
Alright.
They have just shut down all systems.
Yep, the Baguette's working.
I'm sending life
That's
support
good.
capsules your way.
Oh, hey. That's nice. Alright. Activate the damage buff. Activate this buff. Well, that did a bit. Oops, and I'm dead. I'm alive! There we go. I'm getting a few millions of damage in. Yeah, 694 million. That was some damage.
Life support on.
We might need some compact damage numbers on this. Yeah, I don't think the duplicates are throwing, no. But they are still distracting some of the attacks away from me, which very helpful. Yeah, those are some damage numbers after all. If it's up close, it doesn't seem to be doing that much. But if I get a nice long throw, not like that,
Activating it will buy you more time.
then the damage starts to climb a bit. I do need to wall latch again. Nope, crits run out. Get some more crits. Not a fan of the doors being in the way. It's kind of hard to get a good long-range throw. $200 million, 277 million, 500k. Ew. No, don't kill me. I mean, it's undeniably effective. You start to wonder how much else do you need.
Life support incoming.
Do I have a primer companion? Not at the moment. Worm Prime's just kind of sitting there, vibing, watching it all go down. Now, let's see. Doughty is currently sat at 17.6. Oh. Wait, did someone activate lockdown in a survival?
Delivered another life support capsule.
I didn't know that was a thing. Since when can they do that? There we are. Yep. That's bad for my health. Where's that coming from? There it is. We have incoming. It's a mania. One shot. That'll do. That'll do. Re-up this. Re-up that. And all the damage goes burr. Long range hit. Oh, no crits. Let's try that again. Long range hit. What? How did I see a K there? Ew. 21 million. It's hard to tell which bonuses have run out or not. It's not the 2 bill days of yore, but
Raid is off to a successful start.
it's killing.
Extraction is available if you need it.
Launch. 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 Oops. Getting stuck on the ledge a little bit there. Crits run out. Man, when the crits run out, the crits really don't half run out on this one. Like 17,000 damage. Vigorous Swap, whilst I could use it, wouldn't be adding all that much, as I already have Arcane Arachne, and the two are additive in terms of their bonus. How much would I get with normal melee hits? I mean, those aren't messing around. Those normal melee hits are not messing around right now. That is pretty nice. Oh yeah. Now, is this particularly viable as a build? I mean, it's killing. My tank is very much a suggestion. And so I immediately land in front of the butcher to test that. Good thing they have an aim of lemons. I think I just saw an Arson Xmas attempt to do something. Unfortunately for him, he died. Ooh, pretty much every buff has run out. Let me fix that. Yeah, getting up close and personal to enemies, not good for my health. Heavy landings, also not good for my health. Nope. Self-knockdown with explosion, also not good for my health, but you know, it all adds up. Bluecray, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime there. Welcome on into the channel and enjoy your blue sub badge. Cheers for that. Well, angst is gone. I just kind of swung and melee happened. It's a very explosive setup. I haven't really paid attention to the type of enemy I'm swinging at most times. It's just kind of swing and hit. Alvius, thank you very much for resubscribing up onto 10 months. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well, Alvius. Hope you're doing well. Still don't know why it doesn't hit damage cap. I mean, I don't think it really has the means to do so. If I'm quite honest with you. Because we don't have the heavy attack benefits anymore. I'm not using a elemental setup, so we're missing modifiers there. Sure, the crit bonuses are spicy, but I don't know if they're spicy enough. That's just the reality of it. Whoop, nearly fell off the map. Would it damage cap with full strip max viral? Viral stacks would help, but that'd be a multiplier on it, and full strip maybe. If I was against a different group of enemies and had a different companion, maybe I could hit it. But I didn't need that before. Back in the days of yore. Oh, can I not be stuck? That'd be great, thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure what it would take to level cap this. Maybe I'm just not aiming for those crucial headshots, but it doesn't feel close. Nope, and I'm down. Got shot out the sky. I've got the forward walking bug. Not great when I'm trying to save my ass. Yeah, there's something needed for the extra damage here, but whatever it is, I don't have it. At least not in this chaotic environment. Let's pop out. Let's go to Simulacrum. See if I can get some more info. At least we've seen it working in a mission, so we know it's not just some meme setup. I mean, it kind of is, but... yeah. Because this is the overall issue with Doughty that cannot be overlooked. It doesn't matter how high your crit damage is, you still need to multiply with other useful modifiers. That is a lot of Orokin cells. It needs to multiply with other useful modifiers. Now, if you skip out on elemental bonuses with, say, a primed mod alone is nearly triple the damage. So if we take the Doughty and rest of the crit bonus here, which I've got like 20 times, and we divide that by 2.65, because we're skipping out on even a single primed elemental mod, it effectively brings the multiplier down to 7.5 times. That's the comparative effect of opportunity cost. That is to say, if we had a 7.5 times crit multiplier and the primed elemental mod, we should be getting about the same damage. That's the comparison there. Mirrorlade, thank you very much for gifting a sub directly to Somstronic. Som, make sure you say thanks for that. It's real nice of them. Yeah. Seems to be Steam exclusive whenever you launch a game outside Steam. Never had it happen. See, I don't launch in Steam. I've not got it installed in Steam. Instead, I have a Steam shortcut which points to Warframe. Yeah. Pretty well, there's so many multipliers, you run out of mod slots. It's not that I run out of mod slots, it's that I can't use certain multipliers. So I've got Jugular Barbs and Sundering Strike here, both adding 90% puncture. I know this one could be 120 if I had the space, but shush. But these two, by my understanding, don't actually add to Exodia Contagion's damage. Exodia Contagion, let me have a look here. So the projectile hit, which does 2 times Azor's damage, is an impact puncture / split. So the puncture mods there are 33% of their effectiveness. The explosion that is 5 times Zor damage and DOT that's 1 times Zor damage are viral and blast respectively, which means they should be getting no bonus from physical mods. None. So these two mods here, in terms of damage output, are doing nothing most of the time and are acting like 30% elemental mods on the direct hit only, and that is pathetic. That is pathetic. They are entirely here to try and swing Doughty upwards in terms of its output, but I don't know if they are worth it. Aside from just trying to get more out of Doughty. It's the same as why I kind of thumb my nose at those who overly focus on what tier of crit they can get on a weapon. Like, oh my god, I've got this weapon all the way up to a tier 7 red crit. I'm like, okay, cool. What is that multiplying with? What have you given up to get there? Imagine if you had 20 points to put across an equation of 4 different modifiers multiplying together. If you went 17, 1, 1, 1 and multiply them together, you get 17 times 1, 1, 1. That's 17. If you split them across each of them equally, 5, 5, 5, 5, well, 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125, times 5 is 625. Where you put your bonuses changes how much you can get out of those bonuses so much, and overinvesting in one stat will almost always be your downfall. So as much as this was getting quite the output there, because we've got the crits, we've got the Eclipse, we've got the Doughty all coming together there, we are missing out on that elemental bonus, and that is a big one. But I don't know if that is a big enough one to point out where we're at. Now, previously, when I was showcasing the absolute maximum output, there was potential, the potential we could get out of stuff like Exodia Contagion. That was back when we could still do the heavy attack on top of all this combo stuff. So I'd be launching at long range, which is already a 575% damage bonus. So we get 6.75 for high range, and then the bonus from heavy attack modifier and the heavy attack multiplier. Those would add on far more than any elemental modding can do. With that gone, that takes away a lot of our ability to hit that heavy hit. Kalmos. Sorry, it's Kalmos? Kalmos. Due to the multiplicative nature of Eclipse, maybe investing in more strength would help that. So you are suggesting that I go for higher than 322% strength, whilst trying to stay alive as Mirage. Just to be very, very clear, you're suggesting I need substantially more than 322% strength on Mirage. Just so I understand that here. Let's take the sim real quick. Shards? Cool, yeah, alright. I will burn up all my shards for 75% strength. Yeah, I'll do that later. Right as soon as you gift 1,000 subs. That'd be good. Yeah.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would cry out in thanks.
Let's drop ourselves in here. Let's go into the sim. So glad I don't have to use the other sim just because of light mechanics on the clips. God, you remember that was the way it worked? Ew. How about a primary overload? See, that wasn't necessary before. That just wasn't necessary. And with the way Exodia Contagion works, doing that all the time, if you're spending your time priming them to then do that, I just want them dead. They were dying. I don't need them to die any quicker, they're already dying. I just wanted to see if I could hit the big numbers. Daras V, or is that Darash? Is that Darash? How do I pronounce that? Dara SV. Let's go completely incorrect. Definitely wrong now. Dara SV. Thank you very much for dropping your prime here. Welcome into the channel. And enjoy your lovely blue sub badge and no more ads to deal with. Oh. Here's. Okay. Let's just see what I can currently kind of balance out of this. It's just, there we are. Get the max combo. There we are. Wall latch. Eclipse. That. I mean, I get 25 million there.
BRR.
Sub go burr, apparently. Pogadiero with that lovely bronze badge next to you. You've leveled up to a second month of support on the channel. Much appreciated. Much appreciated indeed. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. $14 million. I think a bonus must have run out somewhere. There we go. Got that one back. Re-up this, re-up that. 34 million. It does seem to be in that kind of ballpark. Increase strength of operator? Yeah, but not enough that it's going to be orders of magnitude more. It's not going to be orders of magnitude. That's the thing. It's all well and good saying you can get 10% here, 10% there. We're getting 34 million damage, alright? 34 million. That is nowhere close to 2 billion. I don't know if I can put it into words enough just how much that is not 2 billion. Not enough to make sure it actually sinks in, anyway. Yeah. Hoi. Okay, we get the long range and it jumps up to 253. Actually, we are closing in at this point. We are closing in. From Melj saying, quick question from a friend. Quick question. A friend did a deep dive video into Caliban summons. I'm allowed to link that in the viewer builds channel. Meljade, is the discussion currently happening in the viewer builds channel about Caliban, or are you promoting your friend's video? If there's already a discussion that has naturally occurred, and you're like, oh, this is actually relevant to discussion and quite helpful to people, then yes. If you're going, hey guys, my friend did a video, you're promoting it. And my server is not a place to promote other people. That's the rules. What should you name your baby? Bad baby K Drive. Useless. I highly recommend calling K Drives useless. See? It's a great name to have on them. Alright. Let's scale this up a bit. Epitaph. Set for primer. Heat corrosive primer? What? No. Yeah, let's go over that. That should do it. Yeah, power heat. There we are. So we've run that. That gives us a basic primer on that side. The explosion, which is where the majority of the damage is, does not get a condition overload buff, so there's no point going down that road with it. Armor stripping, the butchers have sold all armor in the first place, so is that really going to matter? But I suppose I could switch to lumbering fragments. They are resistant to viral, however, and viral damage is the explosion. So that will halve our damage. That's no good. No. Let's not use those. What if I use Kalervo with Eclipse infused? So Kalervo's Subsume on Mirage is at 50% effectiveness. Mirage's Subsume on Kalervo is at 20% effectiveness. Balancing out the numbers, something that applies twice at 20%, or something that applies once at 50%. We'll take the single 50% reduction rather than the double 80% reductions multiplied. It's a massive difference. Corpus, yeah, probably have to go Corpus. How about shield gating gets in the way? You know what? Aha! This'll work. Everyone loves to wail on chargers. They're just so squishy. Look at them. They're just so squishy. Alright, that should give me all my combo. There we go. I missed. I missed! How did this happen? Okay, seriously? What is the arc on this thing? What is the arc? Okay. Calm down. I hate you. Let's get that combo back. Thank you. Are you kidding me? What is the arc on this? Oh, for crying out loud. Have I just forgotten how to throw? Oh, the crit ran out. Okay, like, seriously? In a video, people would never notice how many times I miss because I just used the clip that works. Here, you'll get to watch me suck. Alpha. What? There we go. 65 mil each shit. Okay, we can do better. $178 mil. That's still less than the Butcher took. What? crits ran out again. Ah. I'm so mad I must sing. Okay. Probably gonna kill it with that. Oh, fuck. These damn crits are so ephemeral. Plus. $99 million. Okay, let's spawn in a Gokstad officer next to it that can just be a tank for reasons of I need to charge up my combo again, please and thank you. There we go. Buff this, buff that. It's just no good. It's just no good. I think I killed the charger with the primer. God damn it. $400 mil. That's about as far as I'm getting this. What's weird is it seems like the Exo Gokstad officer is taking about as much as the charger. Yeah. Why is the charger taking so little damage, or the officer taking so much? What's going on there? These are supposed to be polar opposites of tank. Why have they got so much tank? Okay, help us if I prime them first. $200 million to $500 million. All right. Is Contagion ignoring armor? No. Oh, that's shadow. I need light. That's better run out. There we are. Cancel the auto run bug. No crits. Aim for the head. 8 million. God damn it. I'm too close. Re-up that. Re-up this. Re-up that. Bunch of enemies. Prime them. Get distance. No. No. Grenadier faction mod? Oh, yeah, that'll be why the damage difference is so close between the two. Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. Alright, Mirrorlog saying, tested with Corpus, Elite Crewman, but I don't use Mirage because Mirage, too weak, you hit 2 bill. Okay, good to know. So you didn't use Mirage, but you didn't want to tell me what you did use. You just wanted to dunk on Mirage. Thanks for that. Being too close bad? Being too close bad, yes. Exodia Contagion gives you a damage bonus at long range. Alright. Elite Crewman. Elite Crewman. Let's just have a whole bunch of y'all. It's going to make a mess on the screen, but let's do it. Banshee? Banshee's cheating and you know it, Mirrorlade, but whatever. I'm glad you managed to find a way to damage cap with Banshee. Not like we do that with the Amprex. Well, there's some damage numbers in there. If you saw one, let me know. Let's, oh, some survived that. Let's bring that down in numbers a bit. Okay. I hate the fact that I can't refresh this and it's going to run out in a couple seconds. There we are. Nah, still hundreds of million. Some of them are hundreds of K. That's no good. Nope. No combo this time? Oh, am I forgetting to get the combo? Whoopsies. Yeah. I changed weapons and forgot to get my combo. Thank you. There's so many moving parts, it's honestly easy to lose track. There we go. Okay. This. That. Really? Really? That's run out of crits. No one's left. Nope. I'm just not getting it there. I'm just not getting it there. Ah. I don't know what it is that I'd be needing to hit that damage cap. Or just good old 2 bill again. But it ain't happening. If I'm having to put in this much effort and still not even landing it once, I'm not seeing it happening. Which is a shame. But it is still hundreds of millions of points of damage. And in the vast majority of cases, that is enough. If I bring up the Exo Gokstad Officer, for example. If we take an Exo Gokstad Officer, one of the most ridiculous units in the game, that doesn't even exist on Steel Path, it's that ridiculous. If I put it on Steel Path stats, according to the wiki, at level 500, it has 23.3 million effective hit points. So if I'm doing over 23 million damage already, it's dead. It's already enough. The only things that survive at that tier are the things where DE's gone, yeah, nah, you're not allowed to kill them. Nope. You have to attack them multiple times. Them's the rules. Oh, I missed. Yeah. I'll go bop. Bobbity 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 bop. Bop. Hozam! 4.9 million. Are you shitting me? Crits ran out. Everything ran out. Yeah, no. It ain't happening. Alright. Maybe a teammate with Raw? I mean, there's nothing impressive. And I really mean this. There is nothing impressive about having a teammate come in specifically to buff enemies to the point that you hit some silly damage number. Maybe if you've not seen it before. Maybe if you've not seen it before, then fair enough. But for me, there's nothing impressive about it. We have quite literally had Mirror Ape on stream unintentionally be buffing so powerfully that Banshee made it where my Amprex hit damage cap. I think it might have even been negative damage cap. Negative damage cap with an Amprex shot is not a sentence that should have ever existed. So if that can happen, then any amount of teammate buffing is almost irrelevant to the discussion, because people can just take it to the millions anyway. Millions and billions and whatever other stupid numbers you want. The game stops rendering the numbers become pointless. You've won. It's over. Go home. That kind of deal. See here, I'm not even using all of the benefits, and they just die. They just die. I'm not adding in the buffs that I could be adding in. I'm just launching the projectile. As we saw on the Steel Path mission just moments earlier. So the 2 bill does not seem to want to come up. I'm enhancing the buffs the best way that I can to still be in line with the Zor. But the big takeaways, the positives we can take away, is that Melee Doughty does indeed buff up Exodia Contagion. Exodia Contagion, being buffed so with those obscene crits, can then benefit from external critical chance, such as with Raffler Vance. When we put the two together, we get a pretty spicy setup, except for the bit where it could have been a different setup. If I swap this out for... I think it was the Bop Bip Kuva Crunch. There it is. So I've got my Bop Bip Kuva Crunch. And I guess it must have just been this one. Granted, it has a ribbon on it. Crit chance, crit damage. All these other bits and pieces. You'll notice this is not even a combo build, which is kind of weird. And melee fortification for the armor. Sure, why not? Why not? Let's see how this one does. Using the same Mirage, same enemies. Bop, bop, bop. Millions. Millions. They're dead. That's it. Didn't prime, didn't do anything else. It's just the same old Mirage trick shenanigans. Because Mirage be tricksy. And if I wanted to prime these as well, just get that ready. Let's grab this buff, this buff, this buff. There was 180 mil in there somewhere. Kind of lost it with all the rest going on. Yeah. They're already dead, yeah. Also, the number of people that think this is actually not only a Kuva Crunch, what the hell is a Kuva Crunch, but that the number of people that seem to be under the impression I have the Bop Bip. Oh dear. The awareness of memes and lack of awareness of actual game mechanics is quite the crossover. Quite the crossover. Can I have my mouse back, please? I was trying to click on something. Sorry about it. You wanted red lighting. There you are. Red lighting. So, in all of this discovery and fiddling, the main conclusion I can come to is, yes, you can use Melee Doughty to buff up Exodia Contagion to take a big number and make it go bigger. That is indeed an option. Let's grab our Baguette. You can indeed do that. And you can indeed have the joyful crits of a Calevo or more specifically Raffle Advance, to just build onto that. I can switch back to Calevo here and just run that through again on this one without using the Helm ability, or I could add in a Nourish. No, Nourish is going to make it worse. Nourish would make it worse. So I can give this one a more tanky roll. I think it's going to be missing out on a lot of the damage bonus though, and it probably won't be anywhere near as impressive. Mirage still goes burr, it's just not 2 bill burr. It's not 2 bill. Wow, Ladybug, you've passed 30 days of watch time. 30 whole days of watch time. Considering I stream for about 3 hours at a time. When you add that up, that's a lot.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Give me my combo. Thank you. Alright then. I mean, it's not the millions. They're still dead. They're still dead. And if I back up to get the long range hit, millions. The rightful millions come into play. Sometimes. Also, the blocking is keeping up my combo, which is real nice. I can just do this now. The occasional blink downwards. Let's get rid of this guy. This is my life now. This is my life now. Andrew's been at 1 month, 17 days. Wow. So this is, yeah, it's alright. Let's just grab some of that life support. Nom 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 nom. Almost back up to 100%. Back to it. Somehow that guy survived. It's just like how Palpatine returned. Major bullshit. Relative to private bullshit. Supposedly descended from general bullshit, but there we are. So this is much more resilient than Mirage. Much less effort being utilized overall. I'm not even using the Arachne Arcane. Let me just grab all of that lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops, well, that was painful. Oh yeah, let me get some more overguard real quick. Thank you very much. I've spent 2 months, 14 days watching my own stream. Interesting. So with Andrew at like 3/4 of that, good God. That is a lot of watch time. When you've been watching the stream for 75% of the time that it's been live, that's impressive. That's like, dude, do you just leave your computer on watching my stream? Is it just always open? Am I the screensaver on your TV? When you go to the gym, do you just watch replays of this stream? You're working out to the intro beat of your YouTube videos, that's what it is. Yeah, maybe we could all learn from that. I don't remember the last time I was at a gym, if I'm being honest. Probably more honest than I need to be, but there you are. Yeah, I think we can all agree that this is just Exodia Contagion doing Exodia Contagion things. It doesn't feel like it's a melee Doughty build. Hey, if I told you melee Doughty was here, you'd probably look like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But you wouldn't notice the difference. Genuinely, I don't think anyone would really notice the difference if this was instead a melee exposure build. If it was anything else, quite frankly. Clever's doing a good workout. It certainly does seem to be a bit of an effort, doesn't it? Although he's using void magic to float, I think that's cheating. Most gyms wouldn't allow that. That's not a proper workout. If you're using void magic to work out, you ain't working out. My home was a gym in QTCC with all those squats. Fair point, fair point. Yes, I did end up doing, what was it, like 500 squats on stream. Hey, Malice. Let's see if I can still one-shot you. Oh, no. Okay. Mirage was doing that much. I suppose I am also at close range. No range bonus.
This will help our cause. Extraction is available if you need it.
Yeah, didn't even one-shot Malice up close there. Sads. Oh well. Gotta re-up the crits. No, 2 Arctic Xmas at once. Love it. And they're dealt with. Alright. Disowning Clevo because it didn't one-shot an Acolyte. Honestly, valid. This is why the only Warframe worth playing is Atlas. Everyone knows this. If you play any Warframe that is not Atlas, you are just failing at the game. Some people think it's supposed to be Ash, just because Ash is first in the alphabet, but no, it's Atlas. You're either playing Atlas, or you're choosing to nerf yourself. This is just a very clear and present fact. I say this is a Lavos main. Everyone knows Atlas is just winless. Everyone else, you just win less. Baruch is just better Atlas. Tell me, if you want to punch something as Atlas, how many buttons do you have to press? 1. If you want to punch as Baruch, first, you must decide if you want to be engaged in war or not. You must convince the enemy to convince you that war is a thing that should be happening. It's like, Atlas doesn't need anyone's permission to punch. Atlas just punches. Baruch is filling out forms and meditating on the matter and gets back to you in 5 to 7 working days. Atlas just punches. By the time that Baruch is ready to wipe out the map, Atlas is already onto the next map. Atlas is the one making the map. No, I've never been a fan of Baruch. Never, never. I've done enough sword swinging. I think we've seen enough of this. It's not even that great at killing, I'll be honest. Like, it's killing, it's just... yeah. Yeah. I ain't vibing with it. I will, however, vibe with that. Yoink. Thank you. I don't even need those Orokin cells. I just still pick them up because, you know, shiny pop-up. There we are.
A valuable lesson.
It was indeed a valuable lesson. I feel like I've explored everything I can explore when it comes to melee Doughty. I've done this now across like 2.5 streams. I have spent hours, genuine hours, looking at this arcane and trying to make it do something interesting. And the most I've been able to do is make it make a number big that is usually not big. But it's not the correct number. It's not the number of kills I get per minute. It's not the number of resources I gain per hour. It is not the amount of damage I deal to a given enemy. The only number it is making big is a multiplier. And that's just not enough for me. At best, it was maybe slightly better at killing some, what do you call them? Demolishers. That was about the extent of what I got from it. I was using Spike Corpus that entire mission. Whoopsies. My bad, you didn't see it. Didn't happen. Fake news. Lies and slander. If I take this to Kappa, do disruption up here. What are my thoughts on Doughty on Ceramic Dagger? It's much the same again. It's like you could just do so much more with Ceramic Dagger. Because, sure, okay, you've invested, you've made it where now Doughty is happening, you've got a load of crit multiplier on the Ceramic Dagger. Cool. What's next? And the answer is there is no next. Because you can't go for elemental building. So you lose out on damage type selection, you lose out on elemental modifiers. You have no point building for crit damage on the weapon, but like where are the mod slots going to be used elsewise? I don't see what it really leads to that is useful, other than to go, well, it made a big number in the multiplier. Cool.
Give that console the old bypass so we can get this thing started.
Yeah. And all of this is to shoehorn in the validity of puncture, which you can't even properly mod for. It's not like melee influence, where you can at least try to put electric status onto a weapon. When you're trying to do it with puncture, either you already have it and stick to it, or you don't have it. You don't get to choose to make it better. It just works with a very limited supply of weapons that have high puncture, high status, to then go crit with this high puncture, high status. It's a solution looking for a means. Or ends looking for a means. There's just not the means that matter. That's how it feels to me, genuinely. That's how it feels. You've been having fun with Doughty Halakha Wraith? Okay, you've been having fun with it. Fair enough. I'm not even going to ask you to try and qualify or quantify that fun. You're enjoying it. I'm not going to take that away from you. I practically missed, didn't I? God damn, your damage reduction is bullshit. What is this? You know, I'm being nullified. Oh, this is terrible. No, I hate everything about this. This is pathetic. Why are they so resistant? So resistant to that. What about Spear Frame? Doesn't this kit do puncture? What about it? I think by Spear Frame you mean Styanax. What about it? Yeah, I'm not even going to continue this mission. I don't want to. That was just pathetic from that weapon. Yeah, for a call correctly, here's some interest. Sorry, Sapensky, I'm going to need you to break this down for me. I'm going to need you to re-break this down. At what point do you feel like Styanax, a frame with no exalted weapon, with no weapon damage buff that we have to speak of, at what point do you think that frame will make melee Doughty better? A melee arcane. How do you see that working? You're asking me what about it? Which bit of it? Because I assume you have something behind the idea, otherwise people are going to start naming every single Warframe in the game. And I know you are not just naming a random Warframe. You have some thought behind it. So walk me through it. You don't know, just thinking if it works in his 4. Okay, Sapensky, okay. Talk me through this. Go on, talk me through this. Help me out here. Give me the vision you're seeing. We have a slash and blast ability that is not a melee weapon. There are some interactions from weapon mods into abilities. Okay. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. You realize that some things have an interaction. At no point has Melee Doughty demonstrated any kind of interaction with just an out-and-out ability. It is a crit damage bonus to melee. It is a crit damage bonus based on the melee's puncture and status combination. Even if this ability was pure puncture, it would be irrelevant. Unless there was some weird mumbo-jumbo magic going on, at which point you wouldn't have to say, I don't know. You would go, yeah, Ken, I know about this specific mumbo-jumbo magic going on. You see why I'm making such a point of this. It's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing to have a qualified idea. The idea needs to come from somewhere. And unfortunately, Final Stand has absolutely nothing to do with Melee Doughty. Completely nothing. So there is no interaction to be had in the first place. Just making that very clear as to how you can find these interactions. Unless you're coming across a weird bug, in which case sure, explore a weird bug, but that comes from personal experience first. If it's just a suggestion as to what if these two unrelated things happen, they don't. By and large, the answer is they don't. That's why people make a big deal about the exceptions. Right, okay, so Baguette. I've invested 50 platinum into building you. I've invested a former. I've invested a melee arcane adapter. And I have achieved... fuck have I achieved? To be quite honest, what have I achieved that's worth even the slightest mention? Memes? Yeah. Unless Ips / inheriting the damage from Exodia Contagion. Sorry, what? Ips / inheriting the damage from Exodia Contagion. I can't process that sentence. You're going to have to try that from a less keyworded angle. Mind showing ceramic dagger build for Clever with Melee Doughty. Good lord. Do I even have one is the first question. Ceramic dagger, Melee Doughty, giving itself crits, that's the non-Calevo setup. Crit damage we've just been leaning further into, Spoiled Strike, Kindness Mandible, because of heavy attacks go burr. So if we were doing this for Calevo, I would go... I mean, Prime Reach is always fun. Oh, no, I've got the space for that like that. I need to do this. Not going to need that. It's going to be no use at all, given everything that's going on. Let's go for our status. We've got our pure damage, range. Not going to need attack speed. Calevo can just kind of slap stuff. Let's get a Tenekai in. We go that. It's not amazing, but it's an increase. So it'd either be that or... yeah, one of these two. Or this one. Any of those three go into there. And that's it. That would be it. Why is this slash instead of puncture? It's because we're looking at heavy attacks, where you can get that immunity, an accuracy debuff, which will help Clever stay alive. If you don't care about the heavy attack bonus, then absolutely you go for the puncture one. If you don't care about the heavy attack bonus, that's when you go for that puncture. And that'll just make the Doughty ever so slightly stronger again. Chefs was saying, sorry, not a native speaker, sounding decent in my native language. Let me try again. Since Exodia Contagion deals damage spread over IPS, one of its types, and is part slash, it may be buffing the slash part of final stand if not overriding. It may be buffing it what? Which it is buffing final stand? You've used an it there, and I don't understand it because what part of Exodia Contagion having it is meant to buff final stand? I don't see how you're connecting these two things. I don't even know why we're back onto final stand again. The slash damage from Exodia Contagion. Okay. Let me get a notepad. Let me get a notepad out, because this is actually beginning to do my head in, and I don't understand how there is this confusion. So let me get out a notepad to help you through this. We have Final Stand deals slash damage. Okay? And then all the way over here, on the other side of the notepad, we have Exodia Contagion includes slash in part of it. So, there are words missing in here, words to the effect of, either upwards or downwards, why these two care in the slightest about each other. Where are those words? What are those words? What do you have in mind? Because if we were talking, Ceramic Dagger has a crit evolution, and then Atlas has a landslide ability. Well, the middle bit we go is that crit evolution is not considered weapon stat, but a buff. Buff is absolute. Stat sticks use melee buffs. Landslide is a stat stick ability. And then Atlas has a landslide ability. Boom, that's your connection. That's why Ceramic Dagger matters to Atlas's landslide. It has a crit evolution, it's not considered a weapon stat but a buff, it's a buff that's absolute. Stat 6 uses said melee buffs, landslide is a stat stick ability, Atlas has landslide. This is why Atlas cares about Ceramic Dagger. So, why does Final Stand and Exodia Contagion connect up? Where's the pathway? The very existence of slash damage does not explain any kind of pathway. You think he's on the assumption? I don't want to assume what his assumptions are. I want Shezbot, who's come out with this point, who has reiterated their point after saying, oh, sorry, it's something about my native language. You're sorry about having this thought? Look, Sapensky, it's not even your thought now, it's Shezbot's thought. Your bit's done. You can sit back and watch someone else dig the same hole, having just watched someone else dig that hole. Shezbot says, since Exodia Contagion deals slash damage as part of its IPS, okay, and Final Stand has slash, there's a thing. Thank you for drawing out brain fart moment, the classic heat inherit moment. What do you mean the classic heat inherit moment? There isn't even a classic heat inherit moment. The only thing I can infer from that, because that is the second time I think I've seen you use the word inherit. Unless it slash inheriting. Yeah, you said inherit twice. The only thing I can pick up from this is that you've somehow heard of heat inherit and gone, oh, every single time a status type match, a damage type matches, not even status type, every single time a damage type matches, the two must buff each other somehow. That's the only connection I can possibly think of. And the fact that that's crossed your mind is hilariously bad. Because there is no connection there whatsoever. None. Sorry, I feel like I'm having an attack at this point on you. It's not meant to be an attack. It's more for you and anyone else who ever has these kinds of thoughts about any mechanical interaction. Even in real life, screw games. This is a real life matter at this point. Just because you have the beginnings of a thought as to how something works doesn't mean it even slightly works that way. The only person who thinks like that is Donald Trump. Don't be like Donald Trump. That dude has half of an idea and then preaches it to an entire nation. Don't be a Trump. You're allowed to think.
I make exceptions for the ta-ta lovelies.
That's the level of there was no connection going on there. And if I pissed off an entire cohort of people, well, that one was tough titties, quite frankly. The reality's there in front of us all. Let's not bring in the Oompa Loompa. It's the only relevant one I can bring up there, otherwise I'm going to bring it up toddlers, but even toddlers can give me some kind of connection. Need to go get Red Bull or go to sleep. Seems like your brain stopped working. I usually would recommend sleep over self-medicating with caffeine. Yeah. Did I break a rule by bringing up politics? No, I did not, Ductile. No, I did not. Keep politics to a minimum. There was a minimum. Can we do a Rhino high setup? What? Heat inherit. No, you go do a Rhino heat inherit setup. What even do you... No. Sapensky, I'm going to ask you to watch the stream for a bit. I'm going to genuinely ask that you just watch the stream. Do yourself that favor. You're allowed to watch a stream rather than try and direct it. It's all good. You can just sit. Okay. What angle could I possibly not have explored yet with this thing? I'm really, really trying to get anything I can out of it. I've gone with the Exotic Contagion. I've gone with stat sticking with Cora. I've gone with every different angle I can think of at this point. The one thing I may have not covered would be something like with Gara. Because Gara's crit damage options are absolutely terrible, and leaning into a puncture Gara is an option. Use Tail Spell Taste with its unique trait would be funny. That's the first thing I did, and it just wasn't good enough. It just wasn't good enough. Because if you're running Melee Doughty, you're doing single target swipes at a time, and the Bolt Taste just wasn't good enough. Stuck in loading screen, will you lose all your stuff if you force close the game? From that mission, probably yes. You may still keep it, depending on if the information got to the server, but there's a good chance if you force close the game, it'll be gone. But here's the thing, if you're stuck in the loading screen, it's probably gone anyway. A Gara with a melee weapon? Spensky. Gara doesn't have a melee weapon. Gara has an ability which uses a stat stick. Sapensky. Do yourself a favor. We've been over this. Why do you want this arcane to be so good again? Because it's got potential! This thing can shit out crit multiplier like there's no tomorrow, but somehow it's managed to be bad at it. And that kills me. Crit multiplier is the other half of crit tiers. People love red crits. People love super, super, extra, mega, ultra red crits. I made a video about Magnus Prime where it went, you want red crits? I've got the red crit of red crit of red crits. It was something like a tier 21 red crit. This is the other half of that, and it's just not there. Alright, base crits, yeah, switch base crit to base status. It popped off of status when testing something else out. So we've got all the stage chants. Weeping Wounds. We're not going to want Opportunities Reach. That can come off. Spoiled Strike is good. That can come off. That can stay on. Where's Gara going to get the crits from again? Oh yeah, Gara modded crits doesn't work. We need to use it from external crit sources, so that comes off. Okie dokie. Yeah, Gara doesn't have a lot that I can kind of work with, does she? Remind me here. Shattered Lash. Base mod, physical damage mods that match. Elemental mods, but elemental mods are going to break up the bonuses. Crit chance buffs, but we're not using the crit from Ceramic Dagger, so it doesn't actually count in the first place. It's kind of part of the reason people like Ceramic Dagger. We'd have to get crit chance elsewhere. Arcane Avenger is probably our only chance, but that's only 45%. Is that even enough? Doesn't sound like enough. Blood Rush, it's a 0% crit chance. Eventually Wrathful? That's a good question actually. Would Wrathful work on Gara? Does Wrathful Advance work on Shattered Lash? My gut instinct is saying yes, but I'm not certain on that. Zelion say, this is just speculation, maybe this Arcane is like the Invis and Weak Point 1's very good because of the frame that came out with the upgrade. So maybe Echoes in 1999 will have something that has a very good synergy with Doughty. I mean, it's a great idea, but if that means that it's currently shit, then it's currently shit. Yeah, if we get the crits from Raffle Advance, we got the crit damage from Melee Doughty, we got the status chance here from Weeping Wounds, Galvanized Elementalist, and Jugulus Barbs. But pure damage from these two here. We can't use elements. I suppose Melee Prowess. And really scrape at the bottom of the barrel here. We can get some combo duration, I guess. Really, really scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of options there. Vast majority of all of that has no benefit to us. No. I've already got prime pressure points, that don't help. Faction mods do not help. Yeah, we don't need the initial combo stuff. We'll be maintaining combo without issue. I'm just going to take it without filling that mod slot, to be honest. Faction work? Fairly certain it doesn't. I just checked that, didn't I? Yeah, faction mods do not work. No benefit from the equipped melee weapon stats. Unique mod effects like Healing Return doesn't work. Power Throw, Shattering Impact, Condition Overload, none of that works. Amalgam Ripcast True Steel does not affect. Combo count chance buffs do not affect the ability itself. Yeah. Yeah, and we got Elementalist on here for the stage chance as well. So yeah, there is basically no else that works. Okay. There's Sid Levels Prime in the Discord. Is that the same teaser that was over on Blue Sky? Now, I think we're at the limit of the options on that one. It feels like the crit being limited to Raffle is going to be a bit weird, but let's give it a whirl. Oh, I have some shards on. Alright, what we got? Duration, strength, energy max, preparation. Sure, why not? Alright. Oh, hey! Well, that's convenient. I'm not going to complain about that. Thank you, past me. That makes my life a little bit easier. Alrighty then. Let's go with Dreamer's Bond, because screw the rest of the depolarity stuff. We could go with the Arcane Avenger. Why not? Let's get some... let's go... Arcane Grace. Yeah, that'll be fine. Adaptation Tank Kit. Our efficiency is going to be low if I do that. Let's do it this way. Continuity. Umbral Intensify, because nothing's going to be on the precision slot. Lost by 3, but that's fine. Don't need range? No, I do need range. This is a range-based ability. So yeah, let's grab some range in here. Stretch. Go over that slot. There we go. Actually, I'm going to pull it back out. It can be Streamline instead. There we go. And this slot, let's go Secrets. Good for more strength. Whilst also giving us a little bit of tank option. Okay. It's a very basic setup. We've got our 90% damage reduction. We've got our Slappy. Yeah. One Arcane Steadfast for spam. Actually, how is my energy going to be on this? Energy's going to be a bit shite. I'm not going to go Steadfast. I'm going to be efficient enough. Let's go... Energize for now. That'll work. Alright. Yep. And Gara is currently a tap hold inverted, because I usually want the slash, so... Oh wait, no she's not. I thought I had changed that. Never mind then. Okay. Let's test in Simulacrum first, make sure this build even works before I take it to a mission. What are we doing now? Trying one last time to make Melee Doughty do something worthwhile. We'll go for a status ceramic dagger rather than a crit one, outsourcing the crit to Calevo's Raffle Advance. We've now got crit chance, crit damage, Melee Doughty, punctury, blabbity babbity 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 baps. She should still benefit on the swing, not just the tap. She should still benefit on the swing. Now I think about it. So, without activating anything, tap, 1.7k, swing, I'm seeing like up at 9k, which is a good shout. Yep, alright, that's good, that's good. So, now let's... I think the only thing I need to do is just activate this. Okay. Yep. That does a bit more. I might. And of course, yeah, because of the status chance, I can actually proc slash procs, which Gara normally can't do. Of course. Didn't even think about that. Okay. Now let's get some combo. There we are, we've got some combo. Oh. Is that 1.4 mil with slash proc? Because that looks like 1.4 mil with slash proc. Now if I... Didn't go as far as I hoped. Let's do that. Yep, alright. Okay. We got an option. Let's take this into a mission. See what we get out of it. We may finally have a thing. Does Doughty affect exalted weapons or just stat sticks? Just stat sticks. Because exalted weapons should not be drawing on your melee interaction. It's again one of those weird things where they have created a system where abilities use melee but don't, but do, but don't, but don't, but do, but do. It's like, yeah. Yeah. If there is indeed a exalted melee which is interacting with melee Doughty, then something's gone wrong in a good way, I guess. Enjoy your crits. Logically, it shouldn't work that way, but then again, when did he ever code using logic? Hi, y'all. Slap. I haven't even got my combo yet. Okay, that was an absolutely terrible attempt at generating combo. There we are. Damn. 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 Oops. Run out of this. And this is just stretch range. I am a little bit vulnerable to constant incoming fire, so let's just fix that a little bit. Give myself a moment to breathe. There we go. I could just set up a safe zone.
Life support on the way.
Bop. Well, that's just a puncture hit. Yeah, the just puncture hit's not as impressive. Understandably. Okay, never mind. The just puncture hit did nearly one-shot the Xmas.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Like, that ain't nothing.
It will buy you more time.
But it's just got a far lower reach overall that it's just not worth using. Plus, no slash proc. Yeah, this is doing alright. It's not like game changing, but it's doing alright. The guaranteed slash proc because of the sheer status chance, that is nice. Don't know where that guy's going. I'm right here. He's just like, yeah, no, I don't want to do with this. Swiping right on everyone, only to send them really cutting remarks, you know. I ain't here to be wholesome about it. Gara is being absolutely scathing about it. Oh, you know it. Doughty is at 32.6 right now. 32.6 times critical multiplier added on to Gara's base of 1 times. So it's a 33.6. Which is a little bit. It's a little bit. When you add in that we are doing guaranteed red crits, it seems? Not guaranteed, no, but we are getting consistent red crits. A red crit of that multiplier. Oh, sorry, I need to get my combo back up. There we are. A red crit of that multiplier is... let's see, I've got 34.5, so that's a little bit over 100, actually. Yeah, a little bit over 100 times damage multiplier. 30-second warning. That's not what I was looking for. I guess this is not a very good killer, actually. I do not have the life support drops that I'm needing. It could be that I'm in a bad room, to be honest. This isn't my typical room for farming. But the kill rate isn't that high. And yeah, it's definitely got an issue with verticality. People complain about levels as 4. Now try having it on every second of movement. Even that was apparently too bad. Lavos would not struggle with that, but Gara does. If you're dealing with verticality, you'll have to use the puncture. Try some build on Korra? I mean, Korra's Korra. We know it works. We did try out Korra in a previous stream with Doughty, but it ended up that Korra just does well enough with a normal build, believe it or not. Korra just has a good spread of stats already to work with, but forcing in these crits wasn't necessary. Try it on Atlas? You try it on Atlas. Holy shit. What's with the demands? You realise I am in the middle of a mission with Gara right now. It's not like you can just switch channel to the Atlas channel. Just a suggestion? Alright. I've got a suggestion as well, but yeah, I'm going to take out of this mission now. Goodbye, combo. It was nice having you. Wonder how much of it is Raffle Advance? I mean, Raffle Advance is allowing us to crit. Without Raffle Advance, it doesn't matter how much crit multiplier you have, you just can't crit.
Extraction is your best option.
I've got Arcane Avenger on as well. Without either of those, I would have a 0% crit chance, and this entire build will be Bubkiss. With just Arcane Avenger, we get 45%, so we get less than half the value out of Doughty's basic application. But with Raffle Advance, we send it to the moon, comparatively speaking. Yeah, Mythic. If it was a aimed swing rather than a horizontal swing, Gara would feel better there. Absolutely. I'm saying, isn't this good enough to simply make the swipe version of the one viable besides having a build concentrating on our other abilities? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying there, sorry. Does the Incarnate activation increase the damage? I don't know if that melee damage would bonus it. Maybe it would. Maybe I would get a little bit more. If anything, it would be additive to existing mods, which I've got 265% bonus here. So that would be maybe a 27% damage increase. Not nothing. Absolutely not nothing, but still require you maintaining the combo usage. Which for that, the one slot I didn't fill, that could be a Tenekai, I suppose. I still don't know what the hell would even be worth putting in this slot for this kind of a build. I genuinely don't think there is much of anything worth going there. You could maybe go for the heavy attack efficiency and initial combo for easier activation of the Incarnate if you're not wanting to go the Tenekai route. You could go that, but I don't think that actually has a benefit. No, it doesn't have a benefit. Yeah, there's not a lot that could really go there. A Riven. Yeah. Pretty sure whilst using core Incarnate activation buffed it? Fair do then. Alright. So yeah, we have a potential use case for Melee Doughty. Allowing us to use a status-based ceramic dagger, giving us status chance on our one Asgara, allowing slash to deal slash procs. It works even on the slash Gara because only the melee weapon needs to be punctured, not the actual attack. Bringing it all together, we were getting something like a 100 times multiplier on our red crits. Which is stupid. That's just a stupid sounding phrase. A 100 times damage multiplier. How many games allow you to have a 100 times damage multiplier and claim there is some element of balance still going on? What even is that? And I've been fighting to make that 100 actually matter. Wild. Genuinely wild. The only problem is that this does give you a absolutely gimped ceramic dagger in terms of crits. But I suppose if you're just fighting normally, like with Raffle Advance on it, you could still get the work done. You add any range. No slash. Granted, no slash. So that'd be that limit. But it was still do stuff, you know. How did Doughty work out on the Zor? It worked, it's just, it didn't work enough to be interesting. How much would extra puncture help this build? Not much, because we're already doing that. How many games allow you to stack 7 different damage buffs from each squad member and still don't nerf it? Point. Absolutely a point. Would Blood Rush increase the crit weight of the sweep? No. If you were using the crit evolution on this, then the answer would be yes. For the reason being is that this base increase also applies to the Pseudo Exalted because coding. That's just the way they've ended up putting it together. So as a result, you would have Gara go from a 0% crit chance to a 30% on her 1, and then you could Blood Rush that. And with Blood Rush at full whack, that would give you 162% crit chance. Which is pretty nice. That is pretty nice. But it means you'd be giving up the status, so you wouldn't have any slash chance whatsoever. So the other option with Ceramic Dagger normally on buffing Gyra will be to go for just the status chance, or you could grab a different weapon that gives you both crit and status and try and make it work that way. I think that was the... Was that the Magister that had that? I think that was the one we were looking at previously for stat sticks. No, no, this one's crit chance and crit damage, my bad. Might be a different weapon that has decent crit and status bonus, but yeah, this is not the one. The point being is that you need to make Gyra's stats happen straight from the Incarnon, because she has 0 crit, 0 status herself. Flat 0. Have I made Doughty work on Ruvox? I've not attempted to do so, no. Is there something I'm missing about Ruvox, or are you just hopeful about that weapon? Bow Incarnon? That's not a question. You wonder what DE thought was use case for this arcane? I don't know what they thought the use cases were supposed to be for it. I don't know if they intended a use case far enough ahead like that, although that would be weird to create something without thinking it through. What I find most weird is that one of the best weapons for it is already one of the best weapons. Ceramic Dagger is already slamming. Yeah. The Ruvox turns its damage type to piercing, so puncture, on Incarno mode. Okay. Slam build with pure puncture, potentially nuts. Alright. Okay. So you'd be needing a crit chance build, or again, Raffle Advance build. Otherwise, status heavy, pure puncture slam approach is what you're going out there. Maybe? Maybe there's value there? Can't say I'm familiar enough with the Ruvox evolutions to fully weigh in. You got heavy slam attacks impale nearby enemies on void spikes, additional range, minus max melee attack speed, all impact becomes puncture. Only the impact, yeah, so you'd have to mod around that. None of that is going to be of importance. Slam radius is just slam radius, that's just the winner. None of that matters. Nothing interesting on those. So it is just, it can slam with big slam. Okay. Maybe there's something there. It doesn't feel amazing. Just looking over the stats, it doesn't seem like there's anything particularly standout to say that you would have to hard focus on keeping that puncture status combination. Because that's the thing with Melee Doughty. It's not just having the presence of puncture or having the presence of status chance. It is both at the expense of other things. Does Doughty only work with semi-exalted? Pseudo-exalted it works with, it also just works on the weapon itself. It doesn't or shouldn't work on full exalteds. Yeah. Space Child says, sorry, meant is the bow Incarnon the Incarnon with the perk you were looking for? I don't know. Do I have it? I don't know if I have an evolved bow, so I guess not. Bow Incarnon Genesis perk. Mark 1 has plus 15% crit, plus 15% status. That sounds like that would be a good balance, yeah. You could, let me see, with yeah, so with Blood Rush Weeping Wounds, you'd be able to get 81% crit chance and status chance off of that, so that could get some work done. The problem is, you wouldn't be able to Doughty that because it's bow. Bow is 90% impact. So yeah, that misses out on that. Lots of Incarnates of similar perks, I am aware. Middle saying, tested with Ruvox Incarnum, but it is the same, nothing special, damage go bigger, but not much more. That's the same thing I'm seeing on most cases, yeah. That is the same thing. It's like you can get some numbers that maybe do something, but it's not actually that valuable. And you're missing out on other opportunities that would be valuable. The trade-off just doesn't work in the majority of circumstances, seems to be the answer I'm coming back to. Gara seems to maybe be the only one for giving her the freedom on the ceramic dagger, specifically something like the ceramic dagger, with Raffle Advance to get a high damage guaranteed / crit. And that's it. And that's assuming you want the / crit. Like, if you don't want the slash proc, you don't need to go for the status route, and you could just build crit chance outright. This is the wrong build as this build was using. Yeah. Have I looked into the potential of Doughty for stat sticks for Atlas, Core, etc. compared to melee exposure? I am currently using the ceramic dagger with Gara. The answer to that is yes. I have looked at both ends of the spectrum now, so I've looked at Cora in a previous stream, and it just wasn't worth it. It just straight up wasn't worth it. Cora is better off with a standard build, because you can lean into the elemental types, you can still get natural crits and power out of her. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got Gara here, and she just about manages to make something of note, simply because the ceramic dagger works with Doughty. And even then, I'm really clutching at straws here. Like, who here really needs... Hey, Pyro, thanks for raiding on in. Welcome, welcome. Hope you've had yourself a good stream. Hope you've had a good one. Who here really needs Gara to be proccing slash with her 1? Who was looking for that as a build in this day and age? As opposed to just using the good old pure damage output, or using the Gara nuke, which wasn't proccing the slash procs. Doughty scales off status chance, so building crit isn't worthwhile. Building crit is worthwhile if you're looking to actually have just some crit output somewhere. It's not saying it every time with Doughty, but yeah. Have I tried Magister? It's good for Gara before Doughty. No. We're not looking for Gara, we're looking for Doughty. That was the whole point of this. Welcome on in. But yeah, Doughty was the focus, and Gara ended up being the last place we could find to make it work. Queen, thank you very much for gifting a sub over to Pyra. It's real nice of you. Pyra, make sure you say thank you for that one. That is obviously a very nice contribution from Queen there. Cheers. No, I think I've reached everything I can reach with Doughty. I think I have reached the limit of it. Tails Boltace felt okay with Doughty. Okay isn't good enough. Okay just straight up isn't good enough. Let's be clear, Melee Doughty doesn't just end up in your inventory. It certainly didn't just end up in mine. Melee Doughty, don't forget, is from the Hex. So you're either doing a whole bunch of Holvania missions to get all of those Melee Doughties, or you're buying them from the Hex at 7,500 standing apiece, and you need 21 of these. If you do that all with standing, that is 157,500 standing. That doesn't just happen. You could be investing all of that time, all of that effort, or all of that platinum anywhere else. How much does it cost to get a full Melee Doughty at the moment? Maxed out 1, if I wanted to buy from someone, 55 to 60 platinum. Like, that's not the most expensive, but it's also not the most cheap. When you could get Melee Exposure, how much is that one currently going for a maxed out 1? 80 platinum. Understandably more expensive. If you wanted to go for Melee Influence, this one probably should be insanely expensive. No, it's only 90. So you could get Melee Influence for the same ballpark figure as you can get Melee Doughty. Compare the effectiveness. I just... yeah. And then you get people like Miralabe who gatekeep level cap. Sorry, damage cap. Go negative or go home. It's like 15 million damage is enough to kill almost every enemy in the game. But this was... it was killing. It just felt damn awkward. That was the problem. It just felt damn awkward. And damn awkward ain't good enough. Alright, yeah, no, I don't think there's anything more I can do with Doughty. I don't think there's anything more I can achieve with that one. I've spent now 2.5 streams trying everything I can think of to make more of it happen. 2.5 streams I put into this one arcane, and I feel like I'm just missing something. Telesmaltis, that one I tried on a previous stream. It was the first weapon I went to when properly looking into Doughty, and it just did not make anything interesting happen. Vaquor Sidon, that's another question. I don't know how many times this happens, especially with regulars, but naming something is not a question, even if you put a question mark on it. Have I tried Vaquor Sidon? Fucking Christ, mate. Wow. Much stats. Yeah, okay, so it's a high puncture, high status weapon. So the same things happen again. Okay. How is this going to be better than Telesmaltis? Oh, Fedu, Pyro, Fedu. How is this going to be better than the Telesmaltis, which was already underwhelming as hell? If I just grab Telesmaltis. So Telesmaltis, ever so slightly lower total damage, slightly higher status. The puncture does come down a bit, but we're still in the same ballpark. Still the same tricks. And Telesmaltis has that swoopty scoopy. It's not really. Exactly. It's not better. Gone are the days of having a simply heavy-hitting melee. We are well beyond that. No one really needs to invest a whole ass late-game arcane. And yes, I'm calling Holvania late game. Anyone who wants to disagree with that is gatekeeping. Investing into a late game arcane just to take some mediocre weapons and make them slightly less mediocre. That doesn't do it for me. That doesn't do it for me. When you bear in mind all the options that are out there, Melee Doughty doesn't change my gameplay. It doesn't make the game feel better. It doesn't make things happen that couldn't happen before, with the exception of allowing this niche / proc Gara build. Pretty much everything else that I have achieved with Doughty so far in this stream, in the previous stream, has been to match what I had before. Exodia to Contagion didn't get better. Even when we were using it with Calavo, and it was absolutely devastatingly bad in Disruption. In Disruption using more ordinary melees, the closest I could get was slightly better, maybe. I just can't make it do anything interesting. Nami solo shits in every other combo? Okay. This Copium Pepega Arcane is really? I will say, Zorpal, you're in a minority that speak like that in this channel. I'm sure I've seen other Warframe creators having a very Lolucopian Pepega approach to stuff. I'd never feel more my age than reading comments like that. I'll be quite honest. I am not trying to have a go, but it's more just... Wow, the gulf of culture between us there. Just aged like 5 years on stream? Yeah. It's moments like that where you go, oh wait, yeah, Ken's actually in his 30s. He's not bullshitting. Alright. On that Pepega of a moment, I think it's about time we do a platinum giveaway. We can put our pogs aside. We are good with our kappas. Gara's going to give us a little round of applause. Thank you very much, Gara. It's time for us to have a look at a Platinum giveaway. If you haven't already grabbed a ticket, exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to win that. It's open to all platforms. Doesn't matter if you're on PC, Switch, Xbox. Which one have I forgotten? PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, or mobile. Sorry, if everyone was expecting me to say if you're on Nintendos, we're not going that far today. Only kappa we need here is Sedna. Very true, Bite. Very true. DX Lucky 80, hello to you as well. Thank you very much for resubscribing at tier 1. They're up onto 5 months. Much appreciated for that. I am out of tea and water. Shit. I owe you a cheers. It's a drop. Yeah, no, there's nothing in that. That was barely a drop. That doesn't count. I owe you a cheers, and my throat is saying you owe me more and drink as well, because I've been talking a lot. Paris, I've been working on very first acrylic painting commission, and pretty happy with the progress I've made so far. Hey, well done on that. Hope your commission, your client, ends up really appreciating it. I'm sure they will. I am absolutely certain they will. Alright, last chance for everyone to grab your tickets. Last chance, exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to enter into the giveaway. If the bot says fail to enter, give away too many tickets, it's because you already have a ticket. I'm going to count down, and bear in mind there is a stream delay, so don't wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, I'm bored. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright, let's close the giveaway. Alright then, let's have a look. Out of those of you who entered, which is not Avishai. Avishai is far too slow on that one. Sorry, Avishai, you'll just have to catch another stream. We are half hour overtime already. Out of those of you who have entered, a whopping 88 of you, the winner today is going to be the one, the only, Lost Angelou. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It might in fact be Lost Angel 00, I'm not sure, but it looks like a Lost Angelou to me. So Lost Angelou, congratulations, you are the winner today. I'll be sending you a message shortly after the end of the stream to get hold of your Warframe username, platform, and if you have cross-save turned on or not, we'll have 75 plat sent on over to you. Did I try Doughty and the Kuva Shield Egg? No. So from all of that, thank you very much everyone who's joined in on a stream today. And again, thank you very much, Pyra, for the read in at the end there as well. So I think we had, was it Saminator at the start of the stream too? I think it was. Yes, it was Saminator. Absolutely, got it right there. So thank you both of you for joining in on the community. Since I've got my internet all fixed up by the looks of it, we've been having no issues. Touch wood. No issues. I think we can safely raid on out as well now without crushing my computer. The bare minimum functionality is achieved. Yes. Let's see. Who can we raid on into today? We have got... Nope. We've got a newbie player running around. We got a Gaz running around. We have got a Laser, Xenosfire, Neoness, various others I do not actually recognize. Let's pop into Xenosfire. Yeah. I like the idea of raiding into that. We are going to be raiding into Xenosfire today. So, that is all that I've got time for today. Chat, I have very good news for you. You should be looking forward to a video coming out tomorrow as well. I know I got one out just on Monday, but I feel like you lot can have another video nice and soon because this is going to be a follow-up Dan video. Yes, it's 2 Dan videos in a row. For those of you who don't like Dan videos, well, screw you. I like making it. So it's another Dan video. After that will indeed be another mechanical video, another guide video. But in the meantime, I hope you have yourselves a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you on Friday for the dev stream. Bye-bye from me. Let's raid.